Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly, grim, and perilous master today, because today we are returning to the cursed city of Mournhold, where we're going to be playing a session using Cubicle 7's very cool Soulbound Warhammer Age of Sigmar role-playing game, and particularly using some rules from their very recent product, Ulfenkarn, the city at the edge of death. And we are playing through a module that was released about a year before Ulfenkarn was released, and that is Vasheim's Holdouts. So if you wish to play this yourself, Ulfenkarn at the time of recording still isn't out in print. I really prefer to have physical versions, so there isn't a print version, but there are PDF versions of Ulfenkarn available, as there are for Vasheim's. This is part 2 of an adventure we started just before during the holidays, just before the new year. If you'd like to go back and watch the first part of that, this is part of a playlist, and you can go and do so. If you don't care about the first part and just want to see what happens to our heroes, see if they survive the last night and the fall of Mournhold, well then welcome. Allow me to introduce you to our doomed souls for this evening, or this morning, I guess, or wherever this finds you, whenever this finds you. First up, we have Graham. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing?
Hi, I'm Graham. I am playing LRL Wayfind, who is a bow-wielding elf who has discovered that Ulfenkarn, city on the edge of death, is everything that the name would suggest. And just so people who have watched both know, I've taken a couple of focus, one in ballistic skill and one in stealth, and I have taken the talent combat ready, and this means that I will not be surprised when the horde arrives.
Actually, so your initiative should actually be 6 then, if you got bonus in initiative. Awesome. Next up is Colin, aka Spoik Pit.
Hello there. Yes, I will be playing Captain Claudio Volker, a shining example of chivalry and daring do. I feel a solid bulwark of a man, rocking a sword and board now, courtesy of the fallen. And he's still on a high from the closing scene of the last session.
Yes.
Although there is some nagging concern that we may have set fire to the whole house. But we shall find out. We shall find out very soon, I guess.
Nice. And last but certainly not least, joining us for the first time in the Cursed City is Darren.
Yeah, I'm Darren. I'm playing Corporal Baragor Dimhorde, is it? Is he a dwarf?
He's a
they're
dwarf.
Not called dwarfs in this, are they?
Yeah, they're called the Dwarden.
Oh, okay. But they're similar to dwarfs, I guess. So yeah, joining in the
off-brand dwarves.
Yeah.
It's when your mom comes home with your G.I. John as a kid.
So yeah, joining in the Cursed City, and what sad things are going to happen to our company, I guess.
So I will bring, because it is for the benefit of our first-time attendee in the Cursed City, let me show you first what Mournhold, soon to be Ulfenkarn, is like. So we're not going to spend a lot of time talking about the setting, because I think we talked about this last time, but one of the errors I may have made in previous efforts of trying to run this game is spending too much time talking about the setting and rather than just getting into it. In this setting, this is a post-apocalypse. And I've said before, there are 10 worlds. There are 8 worlds, actually. The 8 worlds plus chaos. There are 8 mortal realms, which are the remnants of kind of the winds of magic from the old world. Every place you play in this is either located in on one of those 8 mortal realms, and generally it's in the shallows of those things, the things where they don't embody as much of it. The default setting is on the mortal realm of Akshi, the realm of fire, in a region called the Great Parch. But this particular campaign takes place in the plane of what is death? Oh, gosh. It is the mortal realm of death, which is called... It's not Hish. Shayesh. I should know that. This city was originally built by inhabitants of the realm of light, actually, in order to communicate directly with their ancestors, rather than offer up prayers and whatnot, to actually see their shades. However, there was a cataclysmic event called a necroquake that struck from deep within Shayesh recently that caused undead across the mortal realms to come soaring up and bedevil all the different inhabitants of the mortal realms. In the default game, you play characters who are quite powerful and can have quite a significant effect on the setting. Unlike every other Warhammer setting, the setting of Soulbound distinguishes itself, at least, or the setting of the Age of Sigmar, at least in Soulbound, in that it has a sense of hope. You can actually affect a positive change. That is harder to see in the darkened miasma of Shayesh, and certainly on this night, which is the final night. This actually takes place just before the events depicted in Ulfenkarn. But yeah, there is a vampiric warlord who is effectively taking control of the city this night. What you need to do is survive, to reach the Banshee Gate and try and evacuate. At least that's what was told. To give a sense of what Ulfenkarn looks like, or I'm sorry, Mournhold looks like in the streets, there is an idea of what to expect. There are some dire wolves there. And this was where our grim and perilous heroes. We are playing, incidentally, Ulfenkarn has some cool rules. There in the core rulebook, there are rules for playing in the less than heroic mode, but they've refined them in Ulfenkarn and in the Vosheim's Holdouts book as well. So the characters are a little more grounded than what the Soulbound characters are. But this here is Sandor Mansion, one of the richer families, in one of the richer neighborhoods. Our heroes just needed to find some place to be out of the glare of the undead and the bats and the dire wolves and the hordes of zombies that were populating the streets. Guys, do you want to tell our new recruit how your first 4 hours of your time in Sandor Manor have been?
It was just sandwiches and games of chess. It was great.
Exactly.
I'll tell you something. The place is one of the interesting things about this place is it is a beautiful, rich, very large mansion, but it seems to have almost morphed and taken on the character, perhaps, of the individuals who own it, or maybe just the way that the city itself is morphing and changing with its proximity. So it's interesting that even things that you think are static, probably in a way almost aren't. That everything is moving mythically under our feet. But apart from that, big horde of zombies fighting for our life endlessly. We took this place as a sort of refuge is the wrong word. There is no refuge, but it was a place that was more easily defensible than out on the streets. And is that fair?
Yeah, and it's also worth noting that this is actually the second tragedy at the hands of I've already forgotten his name once again. His name is...
Not Syandor, is it?
No, sorry, no. No. I found him. I know the champion. Radikar. Radikar is the name of the tyrant who has taken over. This is the second tragedy, second community to befall tragedy at Radikar's hand, because Elorel actually came here in search of vengeance on Radikar, because his armies had annihilated a forest that they had lived in. And one of the things that I think that this scale of play really reinforces that is easy to forget about Soulbound characters is that, like, the people who inhabit the mortal realms, the non-god-like, demigod, Stormforged and whatever, they're just fucking people. Like, they're just people who are just trying to make by. It's a very highly magical world, but it is a very mortal one for all of the folks who inhabit it, the regular everyday folks. They have the same struggles and challenges and whatnot in their everyday lives that any other inhabitant of any other Warhammer setting has. So this does a nice job of sort of reinforcing that grounded, not man on the street, because the streets here are very different from what you would expect in any other city. But anything else? So then that is the character of the mansion. You guys have explored part of the mansion thus far. And we
had a pretty good look through the basement. We've also met a couple of people. We sort of rescued a distraught woman who was escaping capture and trying to evade the undead. She's come into the manor. We went down into the basement.
Do you remember how she knew or how she was connected to the manor?
Yeah, she knew the old butlerish type of guy, servant
girl, wasn't it?
Yeah,
servant girl.
Yeah,
she knew this. She came looking for her, didn't she?
Yeah.
And then when we went down to say, well, there was somebody barricaded in below, perhaps maybe you know them. Turns out that they recognised each other, didn't they? It wasn't her. It weren't her friend.
No, so it's different. She did recognize someone, but that was actually your newest recruit, Fiend, because they're both from the same area.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, where they tend to the dead. And she was pissed at Fiend because Fiend had left her family behind there to join the Mournhold Guard. And they're all probably dead now because of the Necroquake.
And there's a kind of crazy old guy down there.
Yeah, there's also a butler who she has. You have yet to meet this person, but do you remember what you found in his barricaded room?
Was it a letter?
Do you remember, Graham? Offhand?
Just thinking.
Some clue to what?
What is characteristic of creepy old mansions everywhere?
What, the secret passage?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
So there's a secret passage, but you elected not to go crawling around in the, dark, cramped quarters in a haunted mansion. I can't imagine why, guys. I mean, like,
yeah. Not yet.
Not yet.
We had more pressing engagements elsewhere because that was. Was that when all the screaming and the shouting started happening and we went upstairs? I
think so, yeah. Like, this has all been pretty hectic, and that is when the Ulfenkarn Guard began their assault. The Ulfenwatch, here we go.
The Ulfenwatch. You share them guys.
Yeah. So, that brings us, I believe, to our present. And Claudio, would you like to tell us the last thing you did before we ended our last session?
Yes, indeed. Well, we were locked in combat at this doorway. We created a little bit of a bottleneck fighting against the undead watchmen, my fallen comrades in arms, and now we need to sort this out. Is it fine or fiend or what are we gonna go with?
Oh, I don't know. Fiend, I think, is the it would be the German pronunciation.
Okay, let's go with
I'm fine with whatever.
Right, let's go with fiend. It's fiend.
Okay.
Right, fiend. And fiend was about to metagame wise, it fumbled it, but in the narrative we retconned it, reworked it with I think I used my metal or one of those things.
Yeah.
And basically instead I snatched this thing, this handshake thing.
Yeah, Action handshake, yeah.
Action handshake, which is basically like a Molotov cocktail, and this was minutes, or definitely in the final couple of minutes of the session. Launched this into the room, and it splashed down and engulfed this bunched up crew in flames, and just kind of then
close the door.
Closed the door.
Right.
That was that.
That was that. So then we are on to their turn. So first, because there is a minor hazard in their zone right now, everyone's going to take one thing. One point of clarification, because I don't think I made this clear last time, but there we go. As a free action on your turn, in addition to your move, you can choose to go and engage with someone in your zone. So you can both use your move to another zone, and then you can also use your free action to engage, or you can use a free action to engage someone in your zone.
Okay.
So they have all been affected by the burning of the action handshake. Let me tell you how much nicer it is to run this adventure when I'm not looking at it on my goddamn phone. Because last time we ran this, I kept having to zoom in and like flip around on my phone. Oh my goodness. The printed word. Okay. Here we are, the Ulfen Watch. Okay. So they are going to collectively try and batter down that door. So the doors, absent any kind of extra barricading, have a toughness of 5. And you may remember that the task needed to break down a barricade is you need to, if you're damaging it, you just do damage against the toughness. If you are trying to just break it down, it's a target number 4, difficulty 3 task. So I need to get 3 successes from their things, and any assistance from anyone else adds 1 dice to your totals. I believe to a maximum of 3 or 4, but I was reading Savage Worlds last night quite a bit, and I might be confusing it with that. So we'll see. I don't have that many to add in here anyway, but all right. So there's the starting body, and there's that. There's that. Okay, so let's see here. So, Claudia, you toss that door closed, and then we hear the battering at the door. Let's see. That is 1, 2, 3 is enough. Whack. So you slam the door shut, and you're like, okay, I think I've got that. And then there begins to see, like, whack, these blades from this halberd going through, and by the end of the their action, it's like the door is almost ready to fall apart and burst forward. Ellerel, you're up next. What are you doing? And I went looking through. We were talking last time about like modifiers for height or for whatever else. It really boils down to however we want to interpret the thing, whether there's an advantage or not. Having the height advantage here, being able to fire down, I think would give you literally an advantage as far as the rules are concerned, which means it would bump up your relative skill level by 1.
I'm going to ready a name. I'm not sure. Again, I don't think that's a thing, but that's what he's doing in the narrative.
It is. No, it's a good question. It is, and let me open up the page here. It's got some fun tactical stuff with the tactical options for you in combat. So,
right,
definitely.
I think that's what he would do. Frankly, regardless of whether it gives a bonus or not, it's what he'll do.
Yeah. I'm trying to see.
There's an action called react in combat.
Maybe that's what I'm looking for here.
Yeah.
On that cheat sheet.
Yes. Okay.
Combat.
Oh, nice.
I can't remember what game it is that we were playing recently, but there's one game that calls it a contingent action, and I'm like, this is what every game should fucking call it, because this is the most clear description of what you're doing. Yeah, great. So then, and your reaction is what if one of them comes through?
Yes.
Okay.
I will loose arrow into it.
You got it. All right, then, Baragor. Now, Baragor had not been wielding a shield thus far, but he could have grabbed one if he wanted to, because there was at least one spare, I believe. Is that right, Claudio? Because you got one. You guys defeated 2 of those Ulfen Watch in here, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm also keeping an eye out for any of the, because some of them had bows, didn't they?
Yes. Yeah, crossbows.
Yeah. So if we see any of them guys, we want to try and snag one of them for Fiend.
Yeah.
So in this game, is battle axe one-handed or two-handed?
Battle axe is one-handed.
Oh, okay. So if you can use...
Yeah, I didn't see the two-handed
reaction-
trait on it, and it typically has that on it.
I mean, if there is a shield available, if he can use his free action to sort of get within the zone to pick it up.
He's right there. We're standing on top of him.
There's a great axe
All
as well. So yeah, you can scoop that up. What that does is it'll bump your defense score up by 1.
Okay.
I think only in melee.
So what he's going to do is he's going to say to the others, the door's going to give, and he'll step back to allow the door to collapse.
Yeah.
You know, when they come forward, but he's going to use his stalwart guardian to not allow them into the zone. So he's going to defend the zone. So he's just going to hold the door and just keep them in the fire as long as possible.
Got it. Okay. So you are going to try and pinch them in there.
Doing defend.
Ashran. What are they going to do? Ashran is, and I don't know if. Here's an easy way to handle them. If they're not doing anything else, is they'll just assist whatever Baragor or Claudio are doing. They'll grant you 1 extra dice on whatever you're doing. You want to handle it that way for now, and then if you want them to specifically do something else,
just stand behind us, sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Then it is Claudio's turn. What are you doing, Claudio?
Is there any way for me to recover any toughness?
There is. Let's see here.
I've got something that can do that.
Yeah, there's the action or Aqua Garanus that you can. It's like the life of water of life stuff. Baragor has some hidden on himself, and each drop you consume will give you 1 back.
I just didn't have time to do it this turn. Or...
Yeah. Otherwise, like you can spend your hero point to get that back. And I don't know if you can spend metal to do that. Metal's to do like extra actions, or you don't no recovery from metal.
Because
I mean, you could take it off of me if that's allowed. You know.
I don't think he hasn't passed to him yet, so he won't need it. Your toughness is less concern. When you take even your wounds, you can treat wounds. Like what happens when you lose? We didn't talk. This didn't happen last time, so we didn't talk about it. No. But once you lose all your toughness, then you start taking wounds. But you don't take wounds on a 1-for-1 basis. If you take 1 point of damage, you take 1 wound. If you take between 2 and 4 points of damage, you take 2 wounds. If you take 5 or more, you take 3 wounds. Once you're into 4, then you become like dying. Unless you're a Dwarden, in which case you got 5 you can take. Dwarden are notoriously difficult to kill. But don't worry, Karen, I'll try today.
So what I think I'll do is I will just stand beside Baragor, but I'll just use this door frame for cover.
Yep.
And the first thing that tries to come through that door, I'm going to lump him with a sword.
You got it. Okay, so you both have ready to actions. LRL, yours is going to trigger first because you got the higher initiative. That is exactly what happens. There's first one of them actually collapses because of the burning they're all taking. That's my sound of bones collapsing, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't wasted on us, Kev.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we were in stunned silence.
We're all there.
The ADR is nothing but the best. It is not even 8 o'clock in the morning my time, and I am firing
and you're off and running.
I'm firing on no cylinders. All right, so the door does burst open, and there are some completely ablaze Ulfenwatch skeletons that are trying to force their way through. So first off, Elra, would you like to give us an attack here? First use of focus in this game as well.
Yeah, target number.
Oh, difficulty. Yeah. Hold on there. So they're good with a shield, which means, and your ballistic skill is what right now? You'll bump it up by 1. Goes great, doesn't it?
I might.
I'm trying to think. What's your ballistic skill normally?
2.
Oh, sorry, no. The what do you call it? The like alliterative description given to it. Your where are you here? Here we go. Okay, so average. Your melee, your accuracy, and your defense are all average. So that means it bumps it up to good because of the angle, which means comparing your good, your ballistic skill plus your might or your body, that is 6 or less.
Oh, okay. So is that target number 6 then?
Here, hold on. No, not that. Target number 4.
4.
Yeah, I'm just gonna double check here. So yeah, melee.
Sure.
Bodies 2. Yep.
I could sort of double. If they've acted, I could do a patient strike.
Yeah.
And just wait.
Well, no, because you don't get your full round action. You've readied one action to take. Doesn't patient strike require you to do something else here? Let's see.
I've got a delay until an act at last in the initiative.
Right. Yeah. So you wouldn't be able to do that, and because you're delaying to the very end of the round, and then you're taking your action. You're not readying that. If you were readying that action, what you'd be doing now is waiting till the end of initiative and then making your attack.
Oh, okay, I'll just do that. So what's my ballistic skill bonus?
So your ballistic skill, the target number you're rolling against is a 4, and the reason for that is you have an average. Yeah. Your might plus your ballistic skill is a 3, which means that it counts as average. But because of your tactical height that you've got, it bumps it up to good. Comparing good and good is the same, which means it's a target number of 4.
Right. And do I get a skill bonus for the extra person? You said was that 1 or?
You don't. They can only support one person. They're helping out in the melee.
Got you.
Yep.
No problem.
Okay. And nice shot. Oh, I think you can click on your weapon though, because that'll tell us what the damage is. We'll keep those. That's a great roll.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I will get there.
So the focus won't come into play here, but that is 3 successes though.
So
I think it's 5 points of damage.
It's 2 damage on the weapon.
Yeah, so it's 5 points. 5 points in total then, because it's 2 plus.
So I'll. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So then 5 points of damage is even with their armor. So the first one steps through, and Claudio. I'm assuming you're also just one more thing. You're using your regular arrows, not your oaken arrows, because those are.
Yes, correct.
All right. One of them is destroyed, but that still leaves you, Claudio, with your readied action. Your melee is average. Against their good defense, so it'll be a target number of 5 for your attack.
Right.
But you're going to get 1 extra dice in it. Remember, don't put the plus sign in when you're adding things in.
Okay.
So otherwise, the world folds in on itself.
So, yeah, you mean don't add a melee bonus when it says input value.
You put a 1 in there, but just don't put a plus sign.
Ah, okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. Hey. All right.
Nice. Extra damage 1.
2. Yeah, because here your normal roll is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think your normal roll is a 4. I'm just gonna make sure it's doing the math right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, perfect. Okay. That means that is 3 points of damage on that, and their armor is not availing them. 2 more down.
Go on, Claudio. Go on.
Yeah.
And then, let's see here. So the defend action, your defense increases. Okay, so then I think it's just a contested might check.
Yeah, body might, it says.
Awesome. Okay, so then there are only 2 remaining. So go ahead. Rolling is when it's a contested roll, you're always rolling against a target number of 4. So go ahead and give us a body might check. You'll get the +1 dice from Fiend. I only got one success. Oh, hold on, I got one more dice. I only got one success.
Is it a might bonus? Is that what it comes up as?
Yes.
Yeah, that rolls an extra dice.
Perfect. Yeah, there you go. 2 successes against my 1. You have held the ground. They're going to be in there, and you can see the dining room is still ablaze with the remnants of the action handshake. Elderel, what would you like to do? The door is open now. You can see them.
I will immediately loose another arrow.
Go right ahead. Same target number. Target number 4.
4, thank you. I'll try to do it properly this time. Hang on. Bosh.
Oh, I wanted to go through the rigmarole of explaining how we were reaching the target number.
I love it. It really helps.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I missed.
So,
is that right?
Oh, no successes. So you could spend a hero point if you like, but...
Or I could spend a focus point and
you got one there.
to get that 1 success. And that's all you need to take another one down.
That's focus. It's all about the focus point.
Focus is pretty fucking awesome. All right, you still have a move if you'd like. You can always split up your move and your free action, or if you want to stay where you are, you're free to do so.
I'm doing really well where I am. You
guys got this. Farragher, what would you like to do?
Seeing there's only one, I'm just gonna swing my axe through the doorway and try and chop into it. And
Baragor, you have let's see here. You have actually good melee because. Yep. You are a dwarven, which means you're rolling against good versus good. Target number 4.
4. Okay.
And you get 1 extra dice because of Fiend.
Yes, behind you.
That is a solid
nice
hit. So that is 4 points of damage.
I could actually make it 5 with a focus, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you could, right? Hold on.
But I assume don't need it.
Yeah, because that 3 to 4... no, but it's good to bear in mind how you use focus.
Oh, yeah.
And that is the last one. Scatter back in, and what you can tell at a glance for both of you, I think, Baragor, you're maybe more mindful of this because of your crafting background, but there are... what is burning in there is the remnants of the action handshake fire, the oil. It's not spreading as of yet, so you'll be able to spend... a turn just kind of stomping the stuff out.
Stomping it out,
I'll be definitely identifying what is the likely potential things that could go up in flames and catch easily, so stopping any chance of spread.
So with that, that seems to bring the first assault on Sandauer Mansion to an end. Now,
so did you say the first? Did you say
the first
assault? Yeah.
It's a long night. There are still 6 hours until dawn. Well, until Hish makes itself seen in the sky. Then
I call over Fiend. Fiend, come, let's see. Let's have a look at you. I'm conscious. I'm not going to look alarmed, but I'm just beckoning Fiend over to see because they were rattled and
some bumps and bruises on her, but she's okay. Normally you only need 10 minutes in order to recover your full toughness, but in the Grim and Perilous rules you need an hour. So Baragor, you have finished putting out all the things. I will say your character's name actually came from a pre-gen that came with the adventure. It is not a nod to a character from our Night Below campaign. So I may have misspelled it once or twice when I was typing up your character sheet last night. But what would you guys like to do next?
I'd like to get Fiend. Fiend sat down and Ashwin straight away. Ashwin, Fiend, do your work.
So medicine can't restore toughness. Toughness only comes back by, if you suffered wounds, Ashwin could help on that sense, but toughness just comes back over time. Toughness in this game is not like a lot of games describe hit points as it's the wearing down of your defenses until you suffer serious injuries. That's kind of it. It can be thought
she doesn't. Right, she don't look like she needs the medic kind of thing.
She's worn down. It's just that the medic's not going to help her at this point. What she needs is a chance to catch her breath. There's a great way. The way that Legend of the Five Rings 5th edition describes it is as like it's literally called your fatigue. Like you are trying to fight and avoid serious injury, and then as soon as you're out of that stuff, that's when you start getting really fucked up. That takes a long time to address. It's the same thing in this. Your toughness is sort of you're not necessarily taking the hits. You're narrowly avoiding them, but you're exhausting a resource that you need to be able to catch your breath to recover. And absent that, there's nothing else. Baragor's Aquagaranis, however, that can restore you quite easily.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna hand that over to the captain and go, keep this close in case you need it. But hopefully rest will regain your stamina. So
what you get is in stark contrast to pretty much anything else you've seen tonight, this has a warm aquamarine glow to it. You know that this would be something. I can't remember where. Oh, it's Garan. This is from Gyron. Gyran, I think is the name of it. It's the realm of life. Basically, this is quite literally the water manifestation of the realm of life. You can consume, wow. There are 10 drops in a vial or a phial, and each one you consume restores 1 point of toughness. So if you do want to top up everyone's toughness here, it would be 5 for you, 3 for Fiend, 1 for Ashrin, and 3 for Elorel. Is that enough for 7? 5? No, you'd have to spread it around.
But we're saying it would naturally come back if we survive an hour.
If you do nothing, no. If you do nothing but rest for an hour. What the others have been doing is have been exploring the mansion during that time.
Yeah, it's quite.
Well, I think we should enter COD mode, and in between waves, we should go up to the windows and we should put the barricades back up.
Yeah, we definitely. I'm heading straight over to the front door because they just came straight through that.
They did.
Yeah. Tell Fiend to sit down. We don't want Fiend. Fiend just has been having a hammering, so Fiend can sit there, find somewhere comfortable, sit down for an hour, get the composure, because she's a green troops.
Yeah,
we can't expect too much from her. So she's done her bit. Well done, Fiend. You've done really well. Now just relax, sit down, gather yourself. The night is young. You're going to need your strength. Give him the whole captain giving the new recruit speech.
Okay.
Shut the door and
try and get that back up. Okay.
Yeah. And
so they came through. Let's see here. They bust down the door in the conservatory. They bust a window in the dining room. Restoring a barricade takes 10 minutes. So it'll be probably 10 minutes of collecting supplies, 10 minutes of work. So, and there's the front door, as you said, that's been bust down too. So the front door, the windows in the dining room, and the door in the conservatory. And Darren, I think you can feel free to make the necessary Cluedo joke if you'd like. It's your first time playing on this map.
No. I
can guarantee you we all have. So.
Yeah. If you're going to suggest is Baragor in the dining room with the hammer. Baragor.
No.
So to let you guys, or so you can plan kind of who is going to do and who's going to get help. It is a difficulty number 4 task for mind crafting or body might. It's with difficulty 1, and the number of successes is what becomes the toughness of the barrier.
Yeah, body might. That's good for me.
Oh, they burst through in the basement too, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I don't think you guys are aware of that as of yet, but maybe what's her name in the first 10 minutes comes running up and lets you know.
Yeah.
Wait, did she survive?
It's a lot of work, actually, isn't it? It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of work.
Well, I'm gonna take the back door of the conservatory. I think we should do the doors first, and the window second.
So then, Darren, would you kind of give us a 2d6 roll, please?
So I'll try and use some internal doors and things like that.
Sure. There was also
we've
building
got a rake
supplies.
Of timber in the dining room. There's a load of timber in the dining room and tools as well. So we've been using that.
So it's just 2d6, or do I use
just roll 2d6 for another reason.
Okay.
Kind of a welcome to Sandor Mansion thing. All right.
Min-max.
So as you come in, what you can hear, you're kind of setting up your supplies, and in the morning room behind you, you can hear this distinctive sound of as the floors are creaking as if under the weight of someone moving around. And when you turn around and examine, there's definitely no one there, but you can hear as you're looking at it the sound of someone stepping directly towards you. You grip your tool even a little harder, but then they seem to turn and continue pacing through the morning room.
So was that enough to see off the fear of the situation?
That would give us... Wait, this is your first time too, right? Would you give us a determination roll, please? I'm just going to say the skill, because I think they're all set to the defaults. Unless we're we won't need to change it. But
this is not good for him then.
Difficulty is 5 for this.
5. Oh, that's definitely...
See, the channel viewers, they came for the role playing and they stayed for the sound effects.
Oh, it's something I truly enjoy about DMing. You didn't put a plus sign in anywhere, did you? Or you only have one point in it?
He's only got one soul. And it's a soul determination.
All right. So then you are frightened for the next hour.
Oh, you're never going to live that down. How are you going to live that down, Baragor? You better keep that one quiet.
Well, when you work on your own, no one else knows you're frightened.
Yeah.
So you've got no witnesses.
So you're rolling one last die for all tests.
Yeah. So you hold the screen in.
And you cannot willingly move in the direction of the source of fear, which means you're not getting anywhere near that fucking morning room.
All right, so I'm finishing what I was doing here.
In the conservatory, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you are doing. Claudio, you said you're working on the front door?
Yeah.
I think you've got a respectable might score. I don't think you have any crafting. Do you?
No crafting. No.
Okay.
My might, I've got a tick in might.
Yeah, so might, you're good. Elora, what would you like to do?
I'm hopeless. I'm hopeless at this. I'll sort of pace around and look pretty.
Well, I would say if you do want to, if you don't have might or crafting, you can just roll your bear stat
I'll
for
do
this.
that. I'll try and help.
And then what you could do is bring Asherin, bring the other elfin to assist you. You'll at least get an extra dice for it.
Let's do this window.
Okay.
Or is it the downstairs door we want to get done?
There's the downstairs door as well as the window.
We said we do the doors first, so I'll have a go at the downstairs door.
Okay. So then, let's see. Everyone's working in separate areas. Claudio, would you give us a 2d6 roll, please?
2d6.
Okay.
A 10.
All right. So you are beginning to get work done. Fiend has sat herself down near that creepy clock that all that like death, imagery in it. She seems to be looking up at that enormous mural that's on the wall. You may remember this, the mural that's not quite completed, but it depicts Radakar's victory against the demon Prince of Khorne, Slok, the Ravenor, during the Age of Chaos.
Is that running up the staircase? Is that running up the...
I think it might be on the wall behind, on the landing. Let me see here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it flows across the bare walls, so it seems like it's everywhere.
Oh, right,
yeah.
That was my
the artist like, you sure this isn't going to be
blanks.
too much here? Like, no, it's good. People are going to walk in and they're going to see fucking chaos from wall to wall. It's going to be gorgeous. Decor is definitely a subjective thing in the fine city of Mournhold. So she seems to be kind of sheepishly staring at that, and that's when you spare a look over. There are, as befits the vanity, or as necessary for the vanity of the upper class in Mournhold, there are mirrors set near the front door, such that you could make sure that you are appropriate to fit things. And as you look in, for a brief moment, our jump scare for you is when you see yourself but your flesh has all desiccated away. You are one of those Ulfenkarn, but there's just enough scraps of meat left on your body so you can recognize it as your own. Would you give us a determination check? Target number 5, please.
Determination. There it is.
Nice. What is Claudio's reaction to having seen that?
He just leans into it and closely examines a new dent on the corner of his armor.
Yeah. Actually, because of your new ability, I think you can't actually gain the frightened condition from anything.
No, that's
death.
why.
Yeah.
That's why he just like uses it as a regular mirror and disregards any tomfoolery that's going on.
Okay. And then Elrond, would you give us a 2d6 roll, please?
Delighted. 6.
Okay. So you all come in here. You have there was when the oil went out, you relit some candles that are in here. So you get yourself in and getting ready to get back to work with it, and then one of the candles goes out. And you look over, and perhaps you assume it's a breeze that's come in through this broken window. And Ashrin takes the lead to go and light it. And as they make their way over towards the light, the next nearest one goes out. And then, as their eyes trace it, they all go out. Would you give us a determination? Okay. This one is not quite as scary. Give us a determination with difficulty 4, please. And you're with someone else, so you can take a +1 to the to your pool.
Determination bonus.
Yeah.
1. Right. Let's do it. Skin of teeth.
Yeah. So
I can smell.
Holy shit! Is that ever 1, 1, 1?
Wow.
Yeah, it was on your last one. So you have the presence of your fellow Elven to thank for that extra bit of nerve. All right, so then it seems that Bergor, you're the only one who has been. You know, it is a really unflattering way of describing being scared is being unmanned. So I would not be so cruel. And fortunately, yeah, you are a Dwarden, not a man.
Undwardened.
Would you give us, start with you, Bergor, your either might or crafting?
So have I not got to leave this room then? Because I'm frightened.
No. The door, it was the door to the conservatory that was broken down. The morning room is where the sound was coming from.
Oh, okay, so that's separate.
Yeah,
okay.
so you just can't enter into there.
Yep, that's fair enough.
Fortunately, it was the conservatory door that got broken down.
Yep. Okay, I'll give you a might roll.
Okay.
Was it 4, did you say?
Yeah, difficulty is 4, and it's -1 because of your fear.
-1. Okay. So I'll put -1 in there.
Nice. All right, so then... and you've got 1 point of focus, so...
Yeah, I'm going to boost that up to a 3 success.
Excellent. So in spite of... So that means the toughness... The barrier here has a toughness of 3, so let's do this. Do I have a door? Which I can find at the least a door. I wonder if I can find a barricade. Let's see. I could find the Rollmaster spell law sheet for barrier law. Guys, does that help at all? No? Not hearing a lot of endorsement for Rollmaster. Okay.
Put a magical barrier up. That sounds quite good.
Okay, so it's not there. How about a door?
Oh yeah, Diz, talking of barriers, there's shutters up on a lot of the windows round the back. Somebody doesn't like the daylight, we suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Do the shutters actually give us any protection, or are they just flimsy?
Well, on the map, on the player's map, all the
little dots.
Windows in the conservatory and that've got like a rope-like looking detail, like a kind of hatching around the edge there.
They're
the ones that have got these shutters put up.
So let's
and
do
there's some,
this.
I think, I think there might be some on the first floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
So here we go. That was a 3. You guys can all see that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll use that as our barricade rating for this. Okay. So that was Baragor. Then Claudio, you were the next to roll your fear checks. Would you give us a might check, please?
Yeah. What target number
Target
did you
number
say
4.
this was? That's right. Okay. Do.
Dragon
no
shit
bonus, is
over.
there? Oh, do I add something for my might? If
Unless you were getting Fiend to rest for this hour, so
Yeah.
she's not going to be able to help you.
So it's what does the training do? That reduces the target number.
Training adds to your training adds to your dice pool. Training is just what your score is in it. Your focus is what allows you to modify the dice results afterwards.
Right. So my training's taken into account
Already, yeah.
Yeah, when I click on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Holy smokes. Okay, so then...
Oh, wow.
You got a new door, and yours is toughness... Oopsies, wrong button, Madison. It's your first time playing. There we go. You got a barrier 4.
Nice.
And then, Elderel, you're going to get either might or crafting, and you would add 1 from Ashrin's assistance.
So they are all the same, effectively, for me, because I don't have any skill in it. So target number was what?
Target number is 4.
4.
Yeah, and then add 1 to your pool.
Get my bonus and go.
Nice!
Whoa!
Really well done.
Wow.
All right. So there we go. All right. So with that, having
Handy Andy.
done, what would you guys like to do next? I think you meet back up in... Baragor is quite happy to leave the morning room. Maybe meet back up in the dining room?
Yeah, for canapes and sort of light fizzy drinks.
There were... Now, you guys have not conducted extensive searches, I think, of any of the places up here, right? There were
Not
some
really,
things you found downstairs that you
clock.
could make
It's a beautiful
action
clock,
handshakes
wasn't
out of?
Yeah, there was. And
Wasn't there a door downstairs we got to fix?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
There is.
yeah. And do you all want to go downstairs and fix that?
I'll go down, but I suggest someone comes and helps me make sure it's secure.
And I just wave Ashwin, Baragor needs your assistance.
Okay. So you'll head back downstairs.
And LRL, would it pay you to perhaps craft some of those fine arrows? Would you have time?
I've got all the time in the world.
I don't know how long they...
I don't know how long it
Crafting
takes,
is
but I've looked
generally,
up-
it would take a little longer.
okay.
Yeah, those, like the oaken arrows that he's got, those
Yeah.
special things.
Yes.
Yeah, you would need to have specific supplies,
Page,
whatnot. But
yeah,
it's worth noting, as an endeavor, you could do that. Like the Soulbound has one of the very best and most, maybe not best, but it certainly has one of the most comprehensive set of rules for downtime, where you have the most interesting things you can do with your time.
No, cool.
Yeah, really fucking cool. You can use up to 3 weeks worth of time, and there's some really neat stuff you can do with your downtime.
Right. Oh, well, if I had downtime, that's what I would do.
Yeah, exactly. So all you guys need to do is go through, let's see here,
'Cause they were
7
wicked
days of this kind of night, and you'll be fine. So
I'll just pace around and be worried. I think that's what I'll be doing.
well, I mean, you could do a more comprehensive search of the dining room as well. I'm not sure that you've done that as of yet.
No.
Baragor, as you were heading down into the basement, though, I want you to picture walking down into that darkened basement. None of you have dark vision, so you're going to be carrying a lantern down here, and when you reach there, that long blackened hallway with the gaping doors open on either side of these things, one of which leads to the secret passages, and Lord knows where that leads. Sigmar knows where that leads. And then there is the open door that leads up a set of stairs into what was the horrors of the final day of Mournhold. Give us a 2d6 roll as you are making your way towards that.
I sense you want a low number here.
It's actually a matrix.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's a matrix of different results.
I can't help you.
Yeah. It was great we were playing on Kingmaker on the weekend, and like everyone, because low is normally bad, everyone's like, oh no, we rolled low, it's terrible, oh my god, blah, blah. It's actually high is when it's bad, because it's target numbers, there's flat numbers on it, but far be it from me to correct any anxiety inducing results for players. All right, so 5 and 4. As you are making your way down here, Baragor, with Ashrin in tow, you can see, your mind goes to the open door that you had before, and you're thoughtful that someone is in there. And as you pass by, there is a face in the blackened wallpaper down here that pushes out of the door or the wall. And then another one. And then a third that hits against the top and goes down. Its hands almost trying to push its way out. Would you give us another determination roll, please? You do have -1 because of your fear, unfortunately.
What happens when you got 0
No,
dice?
you always have 1. Always minimum 1. Yeah.
Okay. Is this a 4 or a 5? The difficulty.
Difficulty is a 5. Hold on. You know what? Here's the upside. The upside is you have Ashrin with you, which means you would have 1 extra dice. The downside is now we get to subtract the 1, so you're back to 1.
So I've still got 1 dice.
Difficulty of 5.
Okay.
So much worth.
Oh, it's a 1 as well.
You can't get more frightened. It just means that it'll be lasting into the next hour now. But you are not.
I think I've already got Ashrin at the front. Well, you know this downstairs. You've been down here more, so you go first. With the lantern behind.
Ashrin's like, what do you, Baragor, what are you talking about? Come on, we've got to get this thing sealed. And absent anything else, Baragor, you can't further approach the source of your fear.
Oh, so that is the actual fear that we're heading towards. Can I just start collecting up the materials back here and not actually go towards it?
Yeah, you can try.
Yeah, I'll collect it up. You put it up, I'll collect up the stuff.
What?
And I'll just sort of start shoving the wood down the corridor.
Ashrin's might is actually a 3. So they can make the roll for you to try and re-barricade it. I think from your distance in... Oh, here, do this. Because of your crafting, I think you can give some insight, but you're going to be doing it from pretty far back. So Ashrin can roll 4 dice.
Up a bit.
Yeah.
Over here!
Give us a 4d6 roll there, please, Baragor.
Okay.
Target number is 4, so that's 3. That's
Oh, nice.
It's really not that bad.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Managed to work it out. Claudio and Elorel, what do you guys wish to do while you are waiting for the repairs to be effected downstairs?
Is that's everything, isn't it?
It will be once they're back, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I don't. Yeah. Sorry, I was tempted to wander off, but I don't. I think that's the wrong thing to do.
Well, you've also you can remember on the table in here are the full architect's drawings of Sandor Manor,
Okay.
and you can see mansion, not manor. You see there are the markings of where to get everywhere you wish to get to. So, like for instance, to access the attic, you're heading up to the first floor. We're playing with nothing but British players today. You outnumber me, so it's the first floor, guys. It's not the second floor.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
Proper North American would understand it. So the first floor, you reach there. That's how you access the attic.
Okay.
And then the attic, there is, it seems, a void at one spot of this, which is curious. This mansion has made use of every other,
Yeah.
every other bit of...
It's there. Yeah.
What, that corner?
First floor, void, middle, top.
Oh, there. But, oh, there, yeah. What is that?
Yeah. That.
Yeah. What is that all about then?
Oh, yeah, there's a void in the first floor as well.
Yeah, I think we were talking about the attic with a big cross, weren't we? Originally, that big area there. Is that?
Yeah, and if you look down at the attic, there's a void there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big old void. Oh.
When Baragor returns, why don't you give us a crafting check? Target number will be a 3, but you are going to suffer a -1.
Does the architectural drawings also show the secret passage?
They do not, actually.
Right, okay. Yeah.
-1, yeah. Yeah, Baragor comes up the stairs quite quickly. You hear him coming. I think we need to get on with this. Time is of an essence, and he's happy to
I hope
see
you
it.
fixed that barricade good and strong there, Baragor. That's some good dwarven
better than what he's doing.
to work off.
You come in and the people are talking about the void. What I was getting you to roll for is to see whether you had any insight into this. But I think that as they're talking about the designs, your eyes are just...
Yeah, I'm just constantly looking around at every crack and every sort of squeak of the floorboards. And just, yeah.
There's
just
about
to be
20...
I was going to say, Kev.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Claudio was looking around for these crossbows as well.
Oh, yes. Yeah. You can recover from the Ulfenwatch. They each have Mornhold crossbow. Medium range does piercing damage, and it's otherwise got stats like a crossbow, so you guys could recover those if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then use your ballistic skill in order to make use of those. I think it's ballistic and might. Is that right? Let's take a look here. Here we go. Body, not might. Body and ballistic.
So what did you call them again?
They are Mornhold crossbows.
Right.
So they would have... I can tell you in a sec here. Where's the gear?
Oh, we should tool up with those.
Yeah, well, Ash... I was thinking Ashrin would be better as a supporting archer, much like yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like fire and forget, isn't it? It's like have them all set up.
Yeah, leave them on the landing to retreat to or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Ashrin would attack with 3 dice, and Fiend would attack with 2.
Yeah.
For these.
I think we want to get them kitted out with those. I'll take one as a backup. Never know when I might want to shoot something.
So then this would be... Yeah, so it has 1 plus successes damage. It is penetrating. It is long range and has the reload trait. So it would take you an action to reload it, but the penetrating ignores 1 point of armor. So
is it worth loading them and leaving them somewhere so that we can sort of, when they attack, like on the landing or something, where...
Yeah, I mean, between the what would be salvageable from these guys, you'd be able to get at least 6 of them if you want to place them around different places. We're really into some Home Alone stuff now. I love it.
Yeah. I would have some safety concerns with that. With some of this nonsense
safety
that's
concerns.
going on.
What, health and safety? Are you really concerned? I mean...
Yes, well, I am responsible for this unit.
Well, all right, Squire.
Don't leave any trip hazards.
Leaving
You
loaded...
wouldn't want to, would you? You know.
Leaving loaded arms, especially with some of the strange goings on there. I wouldn't want
That's true, you know.
anything to accidentally trigger one of these loaded weapons.
Yeah, that is obviously the most important and worrying thing about this place.
I mean, Baragor would not take long for his imagination to go to those things turning on their own and then firing.
And the lights going out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right, let's just carry one each then.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So everyone is assigned a oh yeah, you got 5. Yeah, so everyone is assigned a crossbow. The woman who arrived in Search 2, she's got a skill of 1. So if you could definitely give her 1 if you'd like.
Yeah.
So she's actually got some skill. That's great.
No, so not a skill. She would be rolling 1 dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put her at the front then.
Yeah, Nina.
Right. Oh, bless her. Well, all right.
Okay.
So what happened to the butler then?
Is he gibbering down there?
We didn't have much of a chat with him, did we?
No. You never saw him, actually. He wasn't there when you went into the room.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. Did we want to go and investigate this passageway?
This secret passageway, did you actually get it open?
Yeah, we found it. Yeah, we made him tell us where it was, didn't we, I think?
Yeah, also.
Is there any danger of anything coming through there? Should we barricade that up as well?
I'm trying to remember if you guys
investigate
closed it. Did you guys close the door? I think once you found it and opened it, you left it open, didn't you?
Yeah, I feel like we would have left it open.
Would we?
Well, or would we not? It depends how hard it was to find. I mean, once you found it, you found it.
I can't remember, so whatever's the worst, I suspect.
Well,
do
either
we want to
investigate it or close it up.
Well, I'm happy to go and have a look in there.
All right.
Unless you want to do it, Baragor, you're smaller than me.
No, Captain. You're the best man for the job.
So with that...
You've got a funny shade of purple there, Baragor.
With that, between collecting the crossbows, deciding what you're doing with it, distributing them, collecting the supplies and whatnot too, the clock strikes once again. Gong, gong, hong, hong. 4 hours.
Wow.
Theme can recover all of her toughness, so you can place back up to 7. Everyone else has been at work, so...
Yeah, been busy.
And would you, each of the player characters give us I think it's awareness in this game?
There is an awareness.
Yep.
There is an awareness. Do you want small to roll it? Or?
Yep.
Okay. What's the
I
sort
love
of...
Cubicle 7 for putting the skill list on the Game Master screen. Love you.
Nice.
Difficulty will be a 5.
Oh. No bonuses?
No bonuses.
I've still
Excellent.
got my minus, haven't I?
Nice.
I assume I have.
Okay. Baragor's
I've
mind.
got one.
Yep.
Baragor's gone to bits.
Baragor is still a little distracted, but Elorel,
He's struggling. He's struggling.
perhaps when you are in the main hall and kind of instructing Fiend and what's her name, Nina, on the finer points of this crossbow use, both of you hear a strange sound of like a muffled kind of thumping from in here.
The library.
In the library, yeah.
Shall we investigate, LOL?
Yeah. Crossbow out.
Okay. And as you guys get to the threshold of the library and study, and just to remind what you see in there as well, the library and study. most of the walls are covered in shelves containing a small wealth of books and odd trinkets from across the realm of death. There's a map of the prime innerlands of Shyish that's laid out on one of the tables that seems to have a number of trade routes marked on it and projected positions of different ships. Across the table is a spyglass, and there is a cold draft that blows down the unlit chimney.
Mm-hmm.
There is also a fairly large mirror that is set into the wall, marred with dust and dirt. But what's strange is as you walk towards it, you look over, there seems to be a shadowed silhouette of a person that is not reflecting anyone in this room, that is moving in a bit of an agitated manner. And you have about a second, maybe second and a half to contemplate that before the mirror explodes out in a shower of glass and a human man, elderly, tumbles through it and falls to the ground and is scrambling and screaming as he's trying to move away from the aperture as a trio of 3 shrieking and rotted-looking animals pounce out of the darkness in pursuit of him.
Wow. Yep.
And we are going to drop back into our initiative order.
God damn it.
Now, these things are about the size of like a house cat, but they are so desiccated, it is tough to tell what the hell these things may have been. What they are right now is very ornery and very hostile. Let me see here. What have I got here? Yeah, this will work.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And they're not nearly your size. They're quite small, but I want to make it kind of legible. Now, I got my stats here. Oh yeah, okay. I don't need a health bar. These things do not have a lot of toughness. They make up for it in pointy bits.
I'm not surprised.
Their initiative is a 4, actually. So it'll be... So, Elderel, you two had kind of walked to the threshold of this when all this shit kind of kicked off. So you were up first. Each, as a reminder, each room we treat as a separate zone. So you could use a move action to get into the zone, and you could use a free action to engage something if you choose to. And let me see if I've got...
Looking at 4s. Oh, hang on.
There's our old guy.
Oh, I don't have...
We'll use this for our old guy.
I don't have the crossbow as a statted block.
Easy. Yeah, no problem. It's very easy to add here. What you do... Let me make sure... Can't remember if it's this sheet or a different one that has a restriction on...
I'm on it.
No, you do it. Yeah, crossbow. Yeah, you did. Perfect.
Damage.
Damage is 1. 1 plus successes, yeah. And it's got the things that are... So it's got a ranged long... this is something I fucked up last time as well, is that the ranges are... Come on, you fucking thing. It's doing that fucking thing where it just follows your... I can't move the goddamn sheet down at all.
Okay, yeah, with you.
Fucking thing. Okay, range. Let me quickly refresh my memory on it, because it increases. It's like it works in 2D20 or in Star Wars, where like you have an ideal range, and then in each range, not Star Wars, only 2D20 does this. There's an ideal range for a weapon, and then every range band outside of that, it increases the difficulty by 1.
Okay.
So long range is 2 zones away, which means because you're using a crossbow up this close, it'll be 1 more difficult.
Right. So that's 5, is it?
4. No, because that was... You have a average test, but it becomes poor. I think these things have a very bad defense. I'm just double checking here. No, they've averaged. Yeah. So it'll be 5.
It is 5. Yeah.
you're rolling against.
Submit. Bonus. Zippo. Go.
Zippo. Here we go. That's enough.
So one success.
So one of these things.
Focus it. No, I can't.
Okay, one of these you don't even need to. With the piercing quality or penetrating quality of this thing, and the one of them just pins it to the wall. Then you, yeah, I think that's you could move, and you have a free action if you'd like.
I will. Where am I?
You're in the main hall still.
In the main hall. I think, to be honest, I will step back, and I will actually not. Can I put another bolt in the crossbow? Is that not
That's
a free
an
action?
action.
That's an action.
Yeah.
So, well, in which case I would just step back and start to do that, I guess.
Okay. Then Baragor, you've heard the sound of smashing. You've heard the cry of someone who is not in your room, and you heard the distinctive thwack of the crossbow being fired.
Yeah. So if it's stepping back, then I'm gonna just take his place at the doorway.
Yep.
You're doing very well. Given your mental state, you're doing well.
Yeah, and I'm not going in that room. I'm just gonna defend the doorway.
Okay.
I'm not going in on my own.
All right. Then it is Ashrin. We'll assume that they're following along their respective kind of assignees. Fiend, you guys can tell me otherwise, but otherwise I'll support you guys in your actions. Claudio, what are you doing?
I'm just going to lean round the door frame and take a shot. Try this crossbow, see if it works.
Go right ahead. Do you have it set up in your sheet?
Yeah, I've got it down as I've got an attack pool of 3, damage 1.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah.
Schwack.
Difficulty number was it 5,
for
6?
you. So see, your ballistic I think is actually poor. Let me see here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, your accuracy is poor.
Oh, accuracy.
You can't get more poor, and theirs is average. So it's at 5 is what you're rolling against.
Okay.
Go. Nice.
Nice.
Fuck. Another one pinned to the wall.
Oh wow, that was a good shot.
Then
Good
it
shot,
is.
yeah.
This thing's going to attack this old man. Doesn't have a lot of chances. They're both poor and poor, so I need a 5. No, I need a 4 to hit him. Nope. So it's causing a lot of noise as it's crawling across him and trying to claw at him. LRL.
I'm reloading, aren't I?
Yep.
So I'll carry on with that. I'll reload.
Okay. Your longbow actually might be a more effective weapon in these kind of because you can.
Right.
It doesn't have the reload feature.
Oh, I should have done that. Okay, all right.
But-
I'm focused on this now.
Okay. Baragor, what are you doing?
Well, now that I can see there's only one of these creatures, he's going to get a bit of bravery.
He's
going to go
found
in.
his sand, has he?
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be a move to move into the zone, free action to engage the thing, and then go ahead and it has an average defense, which means you're rolling against a 3 to hit it.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, he's got good melee.
Come on. Oh,
Yeah.
look at that.
Oh, I should have put -1 on there, but
That's okay. That's still 4. All right, so you go in, and what does it look like as you take the last of these desiccated things down?
yeah, he's just trying to steel himself because he's obviously still scared, but seeing the others went down so quickly and easily, he just smashes it to try and boost his morale and give him a bit of braveness in this situation.
Okay. All right, so you cut this thing off of him, and then he kind of looks up at you, and he is just terrified. He finishes scrambling across the floor and hits against the side. When Nina kind of comes running up with crossbow in tow, and she looks down, she says, "Mr. Bellows?" And he kind of looks up at her. That's the name that she gave you for the butler.
All right.
So, what do you guys wish to do next? And Baragor, after defeating those things, You can feel your confidence come back. You are no longer frightened.
Oh, thank goodness.
Mr. Bellows.
Yes?
And I lean in. Perhaps you could explain to me why you come bursting out through that mirror over there, somewhat irregular?
Those things attacked me. They came. I didn't know they were in there.
Why were you lurking behind the mirror, sir?
I don't know what you were. I thought you were looters. Coming, steal from my master.
I am a captain of the guard. I am not a looter, and these are my companions. You have no fear.
These are desperate times. I don't know what rogues might steal the uniforms of the guard or not.
Well, steady yourself. You should be okay now. Do you have something, some sort of beverage you can partake of to steady your nerves?
If you're suggesting that I would avail myself of my master's wine cellars, I certainly would not. You need not make a awareness roll, Baragor, to smell the liquor on his breath.
Yeah, I was just thinking that was a good idea myself.
I'll just fetch out one of these bottles that I picked up and give him a quick. Go take a draught of that.
Okay, he looks at the scary Dwarden, takes the drink and quaffs it back. All right.
Well, what can you tell us of this place and its inhabitants? I take it you work here.
I am honored to be in the employ of my lord and master, Alexei Sandor. Called away several nights ago to the Ebon Citadel, though I know not why.
There seems to be some construction work ongoing. We've come through the dining room and there is some decoration going on in the stairwell and the entrance hall.
Indeed.
Why is all this why has this come to pass?
My master has seen great successes and fortunes favoring him in recent days and recent times before all of this came to pass. And he would honor this and make this truly a place worthy of his legacy to pass on to Miss Gaunt.
Miss Gaunt.
Miss Gaunt? Who is this Miss Gaunt?
And he looks over like, how did you know?
You just told us.
You just told us.
Oh, yes. Miss Gaunt.
Okay.
Miss Gaunt is my master and Lady Sandor's daughter, and sole heir to his glory.
And I'm concerned for the welfare of this Miss Gaunt. Where would she be if the master is out of the house? She been left alone with only yourself as protection?
Lady Sandor and Miss Gaunt, they returned to their family manor in Vosheim at the first sign of trouble here. You guys can give us a intuition check at difficulty 6, if you'd like.
6.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. It's not obvious, but nevertheless.
These manlings, LRL, this fucking cannot help but just everything is perfidy with them. You know he's lying.
She's here. She's in here somewhere. The attic, perhaps?
Well, he said both Lady Sandor and Miss Gaunt. I'll put them in chat too.
Yeah. Well, I will say, as you can see, we are overwhelmed here with enemies. It is therefore the best chance of survival is for everyone to stay together. If you are to be on your own, then your chances of getting out of here alive will be greatly, greatly diminished. And I'll look straight to his eyes.
Why don't you give us an intimidation check, please?
Yeah, I'm not really very good at this, but
that's okay. We'll put I think that he is suitably.
So give me a target.
I'll get a target number. I think of 3. I was just thinking at 3. I think it'll be 3 actually, because rather than giving extra dice for like Claudio and Baragor being present, we'll set that at 3.
Right. I don't get any bonus dice for having Baragor looking crazy next to me.
No, I've adjusted. I mean,
no? All right.
Well, you know what? Here's the alternative. Is you got a success.
I get a success.
Good enough. Good enough. I am happy to serve, he says, until my master's return. Though you cannot.
Yeah.
You cannot take anything from him.
I'll tell him. Yeah, it's not you I'm worried about.
He's confused.
Just think it through. Just think it through. Who's here and who isn't here? And who's effectively alone?
He's looking around like he doesn't understand.
Okay. All right.
I mean, he fucking forgot that he told you where she was, so he may not be in the best state of mind, and he also seems to be kind of 3 sheets of the wind.
It's fine. Poor sod. Okay.
Yeah. But what would you guys like to do? You have certainly some time to kill now.
Don't use that phrase, please.
Yeah, it's inappropriate.
I was wondering, like, is anyone going to pick that up?
Too soon.
Too soon, yeah.
Dependable players. You gotta love it.
Can't we question him over the map?
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Void
Yeah.
spaces,
Nice, like it.
this secret passageway.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll get the map out. I go, what are these void spaces?
So it's spread across the dining room table. Like they're architectural.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So if you want to bring them over there, you're certainly welcome to.
Take them in there, yeah.
Does anyone wish to be spreading anywhere else other than the dining room for keeping watch?
I'm gonna stay in here because I want to go over and investigate this room a little bit more.
Okay.
I also fed up of freezing in this place, and I'm gonna start a fire in the chimney.
You got it. Okay.
Get a fire. If I have to, I'll break up a bit of furniture. I'll requisition some furniture.
The end of the house, actually, it's quite.
Okay. So you can get a fire started in there, and then there is also.
I think it'll be good for morale.
There is a spyglass. That spyglass is actually page 109 of the CRB.
Oh yeah, that'll make me look more officer-like.
And a spyglass grants 1 dice to awareness test to see faraway objects or creatures.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're wanting to kind of keep your thing. I think the first time in my fucking life, I just put my hand up to one eye and closed the proper one. Every other time I've done that, I'm routinely like, nope. Okay, here we go. All right. Anyway, so you've grabbed that, Claudio, and you're going to work setting fire. Elorel, do you wish to accompany Baragor, or do you want to, and Baragor and Claudio, do you want to put Fiend or Ashwin to any task?
I
think so.
Time to kill. So, I wonder if I should go upstairs.
Do you want to take?
Yeah, I think we should very quickly do a reconnaissance of the first floor at the very least, and possibly the attic. And it's going to be a quick open door, closed door, open door, closed door. Check it out.
Okay.
Well, do you want to take these? I could do with just I could do with gathering my thoughts, get a fire going.
Do with a cup of tea, to be honest, but it's not going to happen.
Reflect and strategically,
yeah,
take a minute.
Right. All right. No, no worries. Should I go with
You
that?
you take Fiend and Ashrin,
All right.
and if whoever you want,
All right. Do that.
and if there's any problem, I'll be in my study.
All right. That's fine. That's fine.
Claudio is from a noble family, so this isn't wholly unknown to him. So first, let's start with
He's trying to do a bit of delegation.
You were the one who
suggested
going first. And let me see, did I put... Oh, I didn't give you a handout. Let me give you a handout with the map. So if it's
and
easier...
This is the Wayfinder in LRL Wayfinders.
Yeah.
Wayfinding.
Let's see. Oh, that is Conan. Here we go. I keep wanting to call it manor instead of mansion. I'm sure there's some board game or something that's, blank. Well, I mean, Tegel Manor, isn't that the classic Mega Dungeon?
DM's Guild? It's not DM's Guild. What am I on about? Judge's Guild.
Judge's Guild, yeah. That might be why it's in my head. So there you go. So that if you guys click on the little spyglass thing, that'll give you a full screen version of this rather than having to navigate around here.
Wow, nice. Yeah, nice.
So, Beregor, you can picture that you are staring at this whole map of Sandor Mansion.
Yep.
I'll put his name on it. Perilous is with you as well. Cringing in the best way that servants can. Have you any questions for him?
Old man, you know this place better than any of us. What are these? And I'll point to this void on the first floor. So, what is that space?
And he looks. I'm not an architect, sir. I could not say. You can give us a intuition check again.
Okay.
At the end, 6.
6. Okay.
He's fucking lying.
So I shall grab his head and push him towards the map and say, "Look closer."
Give us an intimidation check, please. The target number will be 4.
Oh my goodness.
He's only got 1 dice in this. That's sad.
I know.
Oh, success.
Oh, I'll do.
Nice.
I'll do.
So I see. Oh, it's my master's sanctum. It's my master's sanctum. The master. It's his sanctum. When the hour of Nagash strikes, it will reveal itself.
As I thought.
Claudio, it seems that Beregor is working his craft elsewhere in the house, because you can hear him howling, the old man howling in that other side.
And I'll also point to the attic. Is this similar? And there's this big space in the attic.
It is. It's a sanctum. Release me.
And what about the secret passage in the cellar? Where does that lead?
Around the house. Around the mansion.
To other floors or outside?
Only through the cellar and this floor. It does not access the sanctum, Dwarden. Release me or suffer my master's wrath.
So I should drag him out into the main sort of hallway.
Yep.
And see if I can catch LRL.
Yes, Alrel sort of talking over with Ashrin and Fiend about the importance of we're going to look in, we're going to come out and whatnot, and you see Beregor's just got his meaty, grip around this guy. And Beregor is only about 4.5 feet tall, but he's got this old man crunched over like he's made out of paper.
Yeah. Be careful if you're going up there. There is that void space. It hides his master, and maybe the attic too.
My master's sanctum, Dwarden. Your ears are as thick as your head.
Yeah.
And I'll just shake him about a bit.
A blasphemous space that will erupt at the point of the emergence of the ascension of this evil deity, do you mean?
When
one
the
that
hour of
therefore needs to be
Nagash comes, and now it's fortunate that you guys are all in the same room as the clock, as you can see. It is ticking towards the hour of Nagash. It will be coming in about half an hour.
Well, time to kill is better than time to die. I think what I suggest is we can't not take a look at that sanctum. That's going to have to be explored.
We're aware of such creatures, are we? That these things that hide from the light and such.
Oh, I mean, yeah. As inhabitants of Shyish, you would all sort of have an understanding of some of the basics of stuff. But I think Ashrin has Arcana. So you could roll 4 dice for her against a target number of 4. If you'd like to consult with sort of your resident expert.
4d6, and it was 4, was it?
Target number 4, yeah.
Let's try and put that in and see if it does that. Look at that.
Nice.
3 successes, no less.
So yes, they have extensive knowledge of some of the undead, and like the agents of death can come in a horrifically varied and myriad and creative forms. They can be spectral, they can be corporeal, they can be mixtures and some semblance in between. What you can what they can tell you thus far, I think, is that what you've seen in the interior of where you have seen, notwithstanding the persisting and terrifying effects that seem likely to be recent in light of the necroquake, there is no warding in the inside here. So there isn't anything that would prevent, if there were incorporeal undead active here, there would be nothing preventing them from coming down and wreaking havoc on you guys.
Yeah.
So, and notwithstanding that you heard Belos, thumping around in the crawl spaces here, there's nothing that has arisen here yet. So you haven't heard any other thumping around, or you faced the risen members of the Ulfen Watch, and you would all be you have at least some experience with zombies or like similar very crude animated dead. You haven't encountered or heard any of them. You haven't heard any screams or sounds from elsewhere. So there may very well be other stuff that either is not active as of yet, or there aren't like hordes of them waiting somewhere else in the house.
No, it might well be that they're just all out of here and wanting to get in.
Yeah.
Okay.
With 3 successes too, you can certainly ask questions of Ashrin if you have any follow-ups.
Would this sanctum be a place of protection for when the time comes? Would it be itself a warding,
like a strong
point?
Room? Yeah. I have no training in magic of any kind, so I could not. Someone gifted in those arts would, or trained in those arts at least, would be able to provide an easier answer. I would think, unless this one over here is lying. He said his master was not here. He said his master was summoned to the Ebon. Was it the Ebon? Yeah, Ebon Citadel.
Yeah.
So that, Claudio, actually does tweak something in your mind. The Ebon Citadel is the seat of power in Mournhold, and if he has been summoned away there, he did not say by whom. You could give us a lore check, if you'd like, Claudio. And I'll make this one only because of your experience with the city. We'll make it a target number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, 2 successes.
Nice.
So, depending on where he has thrown his loyalty, Radukar the Wolf, it's thought, sees control at the Ebon Citadel. So, depending on who called him to the Citadel, the necroquake struck quite unexpectedly, and then things kind of went to shit shortly thereafter, with Radukar's forces trying to seize control of the city. If this was unanticipated, and yet he was summoned to the city, do you think that tells you anything about the Master of Sandor Mansion?
Yeah, he's an ally of the big bad guy. If he's an ally of Radukar, he's potentially instrumental in some of the events that we're seeing unfold around us, I guess. Yeah. And he's in league, they're in cahoots, hence he's flush with funds, and he's getting all this painting done, and he's eager to impress and move up the ladder because he's
well, not for nothing. Remember, who is it who's glorified in this
demon
mural
stuff? Or he's a baddie.
So then you may all have taken refuge in the home of one of Radukar the Wolf's confederates.
Yeah. And he could be coming back.
Yeah.
At that, Bellows kind of...
Oh, give him a slap.
Yeah, he's wearing thin, that guy. He's wearing thin. Should have left him to the cats. Whilst I'm contemplating this, could I make up any of those handshakes?
Actually, handshakes, good question. So you would need, you had materials. It is a mind. It's a crafting check at difficulty 5, and each success makes another action handshake.
Okay.
Beargor's, I think, a little... What's your total crafting?
He's not skilled in it. He's only got mine 2.
I thought... Hold on. He should be.
On the sheet.
I might have fucked up. Yeah, you should have crafting 1 and 1 focus in crafting. What did I put it on? Did I put it on the wrong... No, it was a little dopey yesterday, but...
You might put it on stealth. Is he stealthy?
Oh, I put it in channeling, that's why.
Oh, channeling.
You're going to have very little use for channeling, given that you have no spells. So, there you go. Crafting is what you should have. Forget, I corrected that.
Yeah, I can
so that
give
would
it
be
an attempt.
3 with 1 focus. And Claudio, if you want to work together, that would be adding 1 extra dice to it?
Yeah, I'll help him.
Okay.
And I can't remember how many of those you said we found.
It's however many you can make. It's the time is the limiting factor here, more so than the...
Right. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Did you say it was a difficulty of 3?
It'll be difficulty 5.
Oh, 5.
Yeah,
sorry.
but you'll get 1 extra dice, and you're not suffering from frightened anymore.
Okay, let's give it a go.
And you got 1 focus.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Not enough. Okay.
No, I can only do 2 this.
Okay.
Is that 10 minutes, is it? Or?
Yeah, it'll be 10 minutes. Well, I think also collecting materials from below. We're probably about 10 minutes out from the Hour of Nagash at this point. LRL, in light of all you've heard, do you still wish to search the first floor?
Yeah, probably all the more so, actually. Yeah, I think so. I think
So
it has
you
to be
two are
done.
at
Has to be
work.
done.
Where are you working on the action handshakes? Is it in the study or is it in the dining room?
in the study, I reckon. I've got the fire going and keep some good light and warmth in there.
It's less spooky in here. Where do you want to place Bellows while you are working on this stuff?
He goes where I go, because I'm keeping an eye on him. If he does anything wrong, I'm just going to snarl at him.
Okay.
Get him sweeping up the glass. Get him sweeping up the glass and all the mess he made.
Yeah. Ellerol, would you... I'm just going to put you on the first floor.
Yeah, that's fair.
There we go.
Hey.
And
By that you mean the first floor, right?
I mean the first floor, yes. I'm being bullied by the British. Oh my god. So what you find is, let's see here. I tell you that the one British phrase that I genuinely, I was listening to a podcast or something like that I really wish was in the common kind of like North American parlance, is referring to like a senior person at work as gov or governor.
Oh yeah,
I just like that. Yeah. Like it doesn't feel. Yeah, it just doesn't feel ass kissy the way that like someone saying like "you got it, boss" does. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
it's a very Spike and Darren part of the world.
Oh, is it?
Theology. All right, governor. Stand and bows.
Nice. You know what it was? I watched that. There was a documentary on the young guy who was a stunt performer during the Harry Potter films, and he got quite fucking badly injured in one of the final ones. And he referred to, like, all of them were talking about the guy who ran the stunt crew, and they all referred to him as Gov. Yeah. Nice. Oh my god, that's fucking cool. All right. So then, what you see on the second floor, and just quickly looking in, I'll tell you a very brief description of what each of them are, but before we do that, why don't you give us a 2d6 roll?
Me?
Yes, please. Elleral, you were up there?
Just straight 2d6, yeah?
Yep, please, just straight 2d6. We're seeing
props. 6 and a 3. 63.
So you guys are up here, and as soon as you reach this level, there is an ear-piercing scream that comes from somewhere on this level. Would you give us
we all run back downstairs in a custom sort of...
Would you give us a determination check, but you're going to get 2 extra dice from it?
What? Sorry, say again.
A determination check against 5.
Okay. At 5.
At 5, but with 2 extra dice.
Got you, because I've got 2 people with us.
Yeah.
Strength in numbers. Well, let's just see if that's really true, shall we?
Come on.
Oh, do you know, I'd love a focus. I should have had a focus in determination. That's what I should have.
There you go.
Oh, steady.
So
steady,
you all
lads.
sort of look at one another. Claudio is he hears a scream from upstairs, and it's like, same old.
Yeah.
So
I mean, can we actually source it, or can we? Because our natural inclination would probably to try and go towards it.
Yeah,
actually.
give us an awareness check and you'll get 2 extra dice on this.
4 is that?
A difficulty 4. Yeah, please.
Yeah. Sorry.
Let's see.
2.
So, you sort of all look at one another on the first floor, and Ellerel, you're certain it's across the hall near where that nursery was. Ashwin is like, no, it was, and points to the chamber next to them.
Okay. It's echoing. It's echoing. That must be the explanation.
Fiend is insistent it's where the Lord's study was.
I think, right, we're going to go round together, anti-clockwise. Start with the storage and work round.
Let me tell you what is in each of these things. Oh my God, am I glad I printed this now. Oh! So much. There's a real joy for some of these shorter adventures of just flipping through and reading what's in each thing. I just love it. Okay. So, you started at storage first. The cursed storage. Got it. I mean, it's a totally normal storage. Don't worry. Nothing untoward happening in the the totally not cursed storage. Nope. Nothing to worry about. Where's that map? There we go. Okay. So the things that are of interest up here. The storage is just assorted storage. There's like, furniture that's not being or not put to use. There is things. There is also the steps leading up to the attic near there too. Ooh, creepy. There are some assorted pieces of property that they've got stored in here underneath blankets to protect them from the dust. Otherwise, nothing really of significance in there. The Lord's study at a glance. It's scattered with sea charters, urgent requests for reinforcements. There's luxurious furniture in here, and on the far side, a collection of expensive spirits. A desk in there. So very impressive looking building or room. The master bedroom is equally as opulent as what the Lord's study is. Definitely is befitting of one of the more high-standing families in Mournhold. In the nursery, this is incomplete with the bears and walls that are unpainted. The only finished element is a crib, which has been set up, painted, and adorned with a rotating mobile featuring little bones and animal skulls. And you notice, Alorel, as you're in here, on the ceiling, there is a pool of blood. A stain moving across the ceiling, and
sorry, just that last bit, moving across the
spreading
ceiling.
Across the ceiling,
actively spreading. Thank you.
And there are droplets on the ground as well. A very small pool.
So.
That's in the nursery.
That's in the nursery, which is above or below the void. The void.
Yeah.
The boudoir is a mess of hobby paraphernalia. There are racks of embroidery, half-painted canvases, unfinished quilts, wheels for spinning wool, and then some alchemical books and such.
Lots of dried up Citadel paint.
Yeah, exactly.
You
There's
can't get
about
the lids off.
4 unpainted armies that are in there. I told you, it's a horrific manor.
That's really scary stuff.
The bathroom is similarly appointed to what the bedroom is, where it's a very nice place. Each of these places may have more secrets to reveal if you spend more time with them. And then finally, there is the chamber, which is likewise opulent but unremarkable as the bedroom. And with that, the hour of Nagash is struck.
Is it?
And each of you hear a creaking coming from that main hall. Elrabel, you, Fiend, and Ashlyn are likely on the landing at this point. We were discussing.
Yeah, would make sense.
Yeah, what was going on.
Yeah.
Claudio, Baragor, and Belos are in the study. And at the sound of that, you hear 1 or 2 tittering giggles come from Belos before, with a half glance, Baragor shuts him up once again. And we'll find out what the source of that sound is after our mid-session break, because we're already well past our mid-session. So for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes, and we'll see what the source of that sound is.
I can't admit because Kevin's at -35, but it's a bit parky up in Sheffield at the moment. But it's like probably about 6 or something, so I can't really complain.
I think lightweight would be the term we'd use.
I think it would.
Down here. After -30, yeah.
Yeah.
You get out on the hills up that way, Graham?
Yeah, I'm about 10 minutes away from the peaks. So yeah. So it's kind of like my bread and butter. I'm there every week, really.
Do you go up? Do you go up Edale or Castle around that way?
Yeah,
Edale.
absolutely. Edale. I've done the skyline. It's beautiful. Sort of Edale, right round Hope and so on.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous up there. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. We used to go up there quite a bit.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. It's nice.
I'm keen to go up where that old that plane come down, that B-52 or something, wasn't it? Or,
That's right. Yeah.
yeah, and it's got all them weird stones.
There's all sorts. Yeah, Mamtor right there. All that.
Yeah, Mamtor, that's it.
You were asking earlier about the sound, that like the sound you heard, Colin. It's part of the soundtrack. There's like a gong, 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 gong. It's
is it?
It's the track that's playing. Yeah, I just heard it now. I'm like, oh yeah, because I picked a creepy soundtrack, which is keeping the proud tradition of me making Colin think something's going on in his house with the sound effects.
Yeah, one time I swear there was water. I was like looking around for dripping water in because I was quite close to the bathroom. Thinking, what's going on? And then the other time I thought I'd left the window open.
Yeah, it's the draft. Oh man, so, we talked about this before we went live, but it's like we're in the middle of a fucking cold snap in Canada. It's -35 right now. And the reason I took so long in the break is because we're at the stage this week where Anna, if she needs to go outside, she has to have a ball thrown out for her to go and chase because she needs the extra coaxing. Otherwise, it is too fucking cold for her to go out on her own.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right. But with that, you thought you all heard something in that main room. And Bellows is very shortly strangled giggles seem to suggest that something may portend for something that you guys will not enjoy. What do you guys do? LRL, Fiend, and Ashran cannot see from the landing what's going on. And Claudio and Baragor, you guys were hard at work on those action handshakes. If you'd like to make a second roll for action handshakes, I think you probably have enough time, given how much time was spent kind of looking around upstairs. So if you want to make another crafting check there, Baragor, at +1 against target number 5.
+1. Okay. Oh, you're joking.
Oh, come on.
Wallen, is your focus?
I'll make that 1, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you have 3 action handshakes together. What happens next, guys?
Well, the captain, he sort of stands up, looks over, and paces across, strides across the room to the doorway to look and see what's there. Just glances at Baragor, maybe like moves his head as if to gesture that way, but I imagine he's halfway on his way there already.
I'll head over and I'll take Bellows. I'll be using him as a human shield.
Okay.
At this stage.
That is something I fucking love about the Conan Mongoose game. There's some maneuver called Human Shield where you literally use someone as a shield. And they take the damage instead of you. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so you guys make your way in. Elderwell, you can see that Claudio and Baragor have come out to kind of inspect the sound. If you look up at your elven companion, Elderwell doesn't have any indication of what has caused it either, though there is one very obvious source. Would you each... Let's see here. Claudio, would you give us an awareness check? And if you wish to have anyone... Let's start with that first. Difficulty 4. And let's see how you do.
Okay.
So you come out, and you're looking around. There's that clock, and on a suspicion, you make your way up towards this thing. And as a reminder, this lovely focus point for the room is a grandfather clock that is showing the accurate Shaishan time and is surrounded by massive master-crafted frescoes of Nagassian imagery interlocking rib cages, bones, and skulls. And it's tough to tell whether they are real bones or imitations.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems as if since you had last viewed this, the rib cage that holds the clock in place seems to have shifted ever slightly. As you make your way up to the side, you can see that there is... Oh, Anna says hi. Hi, sweetie. You can see that there is a part of one of the rib bones, or rib bones, it's a rib, Madison, that you can just pull.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like you could easily fit something in there. If you were of a particularly ghoulish, sensibility for your, or had a sense of particularly ghoulish sensibility for your decor, it's making a lever out of bones.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, walk up to that, leaning at it.
The ribs pop, and then the clock itself moves forward, revealing a chamber.
Ooh.
In fact, a stairwell leading up.
I'll take a couple of steps back, look up onto the landing. Men, troops, companions, I believe we have found something to investigate. A stairwell leading up within this clock.
Then let's do it.
Bellows,
Yep.
Baragor has the look of a cat that ate the canary.
Yeah, I'll ask him. Where does that lead?
You should find the Master Sanctum.
Oh, good.
You should go, Dwarden. See for yourself. I'm assuming you gave him a look.
Well, if we go, we'll take him with us.
It is, you will be able to definitely do that, but it is going to be single file heading up the stairs.
Well, I'm going to go first with him in front of me, leading the way. I'll have him at the scruff of his neck, like.
Okay.
So if there's any sort of trap or anything, he's going through it first.
Okay.
Sort it out.
So Baragor with the Belos shield. Who is next, if anyone?
I will. I'm gonna get out that potion of stuff. They
the Aqua Garanis? I'll put it in here. Aqua.
I'm gonna.
No, it's good timing.
I'm gonna take a swig of that.
Yeah.
And sort of like gesture to LRL, kind of hold it up in the air.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So you're restoring 5 to yourself, Claudio?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got 5 back. There are 5 more droplets left. LRL, would you like to take 3?
Yes, I would.
There are 2 droplets left.
Who's down? Who's down?
Ashrin is still down by 1, but this stuff stays. It will outlast all of you. You could save it for another. You can apply these by the droplet.
Okay. Should we keep it in abeyance then?
Yeah.
Keep it in reserve, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. So you have 2 drops of Aqua Garanis left. So Baragor is making his way up. Is anyone else joining him?
Yeah. As soon as I'll just sort of like swig that, hand it to LRL.
And then Elrond, are you coming as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Are you leaving Ashrin and Fiend behind, or are they going to follow up in your rear?
No, they'll follow. They should follow. I think we need to stick together.
Take Ashrin next, and Fiend will bring up the rear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Nina just being left on this floor for lookout or something like that?
Oh.
I'll ask. She can do. I'll explain to her the situation, and unless anybody wants to say anything else, I'll let her make her own mind up. She has
no interest in
trouble.
seeing what he's got upstairs.
Well, she can just cover this entrance and make sure it don't shut behind us or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And shout if she needs anything.
Yeah.
So you can tell if this spiraling staircase leads up at least 2 levels and reaches all the way up into.
And I will recount my expanding, bloodied ceiling story and where it is.
Okay. You hear a heavy sigh from Fiend as you finish your description of that. Would you all... Let's hear. Why don't we have Graham and Colin each give us a D6 roll. See if anything fun occurs on your way up.
1d6.
Yeah. 6 and 5. Okay. As you are making your way up, there is a horrible stink of upturned soil and rotted flesh that just fills this thing as you're making your way up. And it's that awful, oily stench that just clings to your nose. You are trying to get it out. Anyone who has smelled rotted chicken or anything like that will know the difficulty you have of getting that stink out of your nose. But Baragor, you were the first to stumble upon Belos's master's shrine. The mansion's hidden shrine is a ghastly sight. Around you are a collection of grim trophies, the skulls and bones of animals and beasts, bundles of stolen personal belongings and trinkets, all scattered and peeking out at you in the darkness. A wall of faces confront you, a mixture of portraits and crude sketches adorning the walls, most of which depicting Radukar the Wolf. And you're certain some have been composed in blood. This is a place of depraved worship. It's as if you stepped right into a madman's mind. A journal lays on the bloodied altar, its front cover adorned with the initials AS. The stench of rotted flesh and stagnant blood assaults your sense of smell. You guys all sort of file your way in here near the entrance. And then something stirs in the darkness. A stack of coffins in the corner, over a dozen of them, rattle from the inside. And suddenly one stack is upset, tumbling to the ground, bodies spilling out. They lie still only for a moment before clumsily rising to their feet to stare at you with hollow, hungry eyes and snarling with fury. So let me find... We're going to put Ashran back here. There are 2 packs of 5 zombies each. And... here we go.
Oh.
All right, so these are I mentioned last time, like, one of the neat things about Soulbound is that it has a variety of different types of adversaries you face, from, you know, setting aside the, like, different kind of categories of, like, or different types of things like undead and, you know, greenskins and chaos creatures and whatnot. There are also different categories of monsters, so minions and troops and boss monsters, things like that. It takes a lesson from not only 4th edition D&D, but also from you know, the Fantasy Flight Genesis system and 2D20 to make for an interesting variety of different adversaries. These are hordes, or swarms, technically. Swarms can be particularly dangerous because they attack with a shit ton of things, and if these things get you down, instead of hitting, you guys have seen what zombies can rot on people. Mechanically, if you are reduced to 0 wounds, instead of falling down and reaching a dead condition, they all pile around you and pull you apart to consume you, and you die instantly. The upside is they are particularly vulnerable to area effects, and they only have 1 hit point each. So I've got a health bar there that represents the size of each of the swarms of 5 zombies. Let me check their initiative here, and I'm going to also create a separate thing. My New Year's resolution to not... the wrong thing here. Not delete any initiative trackers this year. 2 weeks in, and we're batting 1,000. Let's see. So the Dead Walker Zombie has an initiative of... Shockingly, the Shambling Dead are not that quick. So...
At least there's that. Yeah.
There is that. I think it takes 2 moves in order to make your way down. You can spend your action moving as well, so if you guys wish to just run, you might be able to do that as well. But let me see if there's any fear... Okay, so Claudio is immune to the fear here, but everyone else is going to have to give us a check. So, Elrol, first thing I'd like you to do is give us a determination test at difficulty number 5, please.
5. Two.
Nice. Okay, so you're not frightened whatsoever, but it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, so just tactically, just have we gone through any choke points?
Oh, bellows should be right here. Not really. Not like unless you can get that door, the grandfather clock, to close once again. There's not really a. I mean, there is a choke point in the sense of like if you start making your way down the stairs, you could, but there's a lot of these fucking things.
Exactly. So they'll overwhelm us. But if we're in the stairwell, they can't all get to us.
Yep.
They cannot, but they can all. They also are less mindful of their own safety and more willing to crawl over. So they still could kind of like it's that classic an entire doorway or window where they're all trying to reach through together at once.
Well, okay. So what I will do is I will unleash the crossbow that is loaded in my hands.
Okay.
And I'll do that first.
Okay.
I'm better using my sort of bow skill as best as I can. Now, these are presumably at point blank range again, so it's an increased difficulty. It
is increased difficulty, but they are very easy to hit. It'll be a total of, because you're in the same zone though, so that's 2 levels up and then 1 down, so it'll be a difficulty of 5.
But 5?
Yeah.
Wow. Okie dokie. And no bonus?
No bonus, no. There you go, though. All right, now. I believe swarms work in this just like they do in...
220?
Yeah, where each extra success applies to the next one.
Right, yeah.
It's neat. It's not the same game, but Wrath and Glory treats them a little bit differently. So you do damage against the first one, but then if you slay the first one, each extra success takes another one down. You don't need to do a bunch of extra damage to it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. That's nice.
Okay. Each point of damage kills a member of the swarm. Yeah. So that is your focus going to be able to get one more?
No, it's not. I did look.
Okay. So and then so the crossbow is +1, so that's 3 points of damage. They have no armor, so you line it up and swak, and there's 3 that it passes through, and 3 of them drop down dead. Well, stilled once again. You still have a move, and you still have a free action if you'd like.
So what I will do is assume I'm going to wait for the commander to say something. But in waiting for that, I will drop the crossbow. I will step back, and I will look to actually load, sort of get the bow out.
Get your bow out, okay. Yeah. You have your knife on you as well, right? You have your elven knife.
I do. I'm just so much more effective with the bow.
Fair enough. It's the range is the issue with it.
I know, but even then, I'm going to have to do a Legolas.
I think there's a talent that allows you to either ignore or to mitigate range penalties.
Well, maybe I should have gone for that.
The next up is Beregor. What are you doing?
I think what I'm going to do for free action, can I chuck this Belos towards the zombie horde on the right?
Yeah, and he... Wow!
Just to sort of distract them and give us a slight advantage against them or something. And then I'm going to charge in and attack them.
Okay. Yeah. Go right ahead. They are a poor defense, which means you need a 2 to hit them.
And can I charge? Have we got range to sort of charge in?
Oh, good point.
Yeah, bonus or not?
I think so. Yeah. Because you're not engaged with them. Charge will give you a +1 to your dice pool, but your defense will be reduced by 1.
Yep. I'm just going to go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it the bigger swarm or the one that was
reduced?
The
one that I threw him towards, because I'm hoping it might reduce their defense or give me an extra dice or anything, just because they're sort of distracted by him, basically.
Why don't you take an extra dice for that? So you have 2 extra dice on this attack.
So it's,
as you go in,
it's only a target
2.
of 2.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's go for it.
Blimey.
Holy smokes. Yeah, so what does it look like as you take down 5 of them in a flurry of violence?
I mean, they all just converge on him.
Yeah.
And I just sort of swing the battle axe and sort of take off a few heads and sort of into the fifth one, and they just drop.
Okay, so Baragor has weighed in on the one. That'll be your free action. Probably your move action was to shove him, so that you're good.
Yeah.
Ashton was supporting you. Fiend will be supporting Claudio. Claudio, what are you doing?
Well, after that, I really need to pile in, I guess. I'll just hold up the shield, steam forward, and
go right ahead.
At him with a sword.
Now you have a good average melee, so it'll be a difficulty of 3 for this. But you got +1 dice from Fiend.
Okay. How do you add a dice? Is that a bonus? That count?
Yeah.
It just renames it to whatever skill you're rolling, I think. So it's always just an extra dice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Anyway, don't put the plus sign in. 3. There you go. All right, and the sword is 1 damage. So that's 4 points of damage. Yeah, you weigh in, and these things are nothing in comparison to your might. So, with them carved down, with Belos no longer a factor in this tale, what do you guys wish to do next?
Well done, men. Well done. I picture that as one smooth action, you know.
Yeah.
LRL goes in, lays down some fire, and then Baragor just bows in, and then I just polish off the remains.
Yeah.
And it's just done. Target neutralized.
I suppose tentatively search the room.
If you poke around in here,
We want to look at that journal.
You are able to collect the journal of AS, and other than that, why don't you give us a 4d6 roll, please, somebody. This will be Ashran's Arcana skill.
46.
4d6, yeah. Difficulty will be 4.
And difficulty is 4.
Yeah, please.
Sorry, just do that. Difficulty is 4. I forgot the R. Hang on. Sorry. Yeah.
That is okay. You threw dice at her head.
What am I doing wrong there? Oh, it's
wrong side of the slash, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It's 46. And the difficulty is 4. Got there in the end.
Nice.
2 successes.
This is just because you are connected with Shayesh, it does not mean that connecting with death means all of this horror that's in here. This is a shrine to the terrible power of Radakar the Wolf. It's clearly this person is some kind of devotee of them.
Yeah.
And the discussion just from flipping through the journal, what you can see. It'll take about 10 minutes to get through, Claudio. Mm-hmm. Most of the contents is a collection of obsessive ramblings describing the man's dedication to Radakar, the tasks the wolf has asked of him, and a few horrible dedications that Alexei has conjured himself. He notes in great personal detail all the people he has murdered, beginning with those he deemed as street scum that he picked up off the streets, escalating to a few members of his own house staff, including the house chef. He believes that Miss Lilia Gaunt, his wife's sister, is close to discovering his plans. He's noticed her poking about the other side of the attic, but has not found her diary. According to his writings, he plans to kill her. He is utterly convinced that Radikar will embrace him into the future thirsting court, a court made of vampires, and that everything he has done so far is practice for when that day comes. He has already drank the blood of others in grim preparation.
We got a date on when this all was last, how up to date is this?
This would have been up until about a week ago, which is around the time when Bellows said that his master was summoned to the Ebon Citadel.
Perhaps he's joined the court by this point. I'll convey this information to my companions. In Claudio's typically business-like manner.
Baragor, you also find 2 vials of some kind of very sickly-looking liquid. There are also, LRL, if you are searching for the source of your stain, there are several barrels that seem to have been filled with blood, and one of them is cracked and leaking.
Okay.
Baragor.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Baragor, would you mind giving us a... crafting check, please. Difficulty will be, I think 5.
5, okay.
Nice. You can get the second one out of there?
No, not quite.
Okay. This, unsurprisingly, is poison. 2 vials of poison, and the poison can be used. You can apply 1 dose of poison to a piercing or slashing weapon, and it forces them to make the target, if you injure them, they have to make a fortitude save, a body fortitude save, or check, or become poisoned. And the effects last for an entire day. Poisoned, it's -1 to all dice pools.
Okay, I shall hand them over to the captain.
Okay.
And tell him vials of poison that could be applied to weapons to hand out as you see fit.
Would you mind you can take charge of them for me, Baragor? If you don't mind, that'd be fine.
Here's your sweating dynamite, sir. No, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and have a... No, sir, I do insist. You're the one in charge here. You really should be... No, really, I feel I trust your expertise in this matter, and you can just hold on to...
I'll take him then, yeah.
Okay. Anything further you wish to explore up here? There is a reference in the journal to the attic on the other side of this wall.
I will also note to LRL, I will offer up one of these vials to LRL in case he may see a use for that with his bow and stuff.
You would know that such things would be ineffective against the undead. But against the living. Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah, no, fair enough. We've still got this void chamber, haven't we? We haven't checked
We've got that, yeah.
Oh, the void chamber? That's where you guys are right now. And then the one
on the first floor.
Yeah, and then that void chamber on the first floor, that is the stairwell.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the stairwell that leads up to you.
Right, fair enough.
There's not a way through from this. I know there's not on the map a way through on the drawing.
What, into the attic?
Yeah, into the attic from here.
Yeah.
No, you go from the first floor, didn't you? Up that staircase.
I just didn't know if there was a...
There isn't, but I mean, you certainly have the means to try and break through if you'd rather just try and smash it.
No, let's just... We do need to explore the attic. We haven't done that, have we?
No. We'll just walk down and come up the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get to the attic and have a look at that.
All right. Then, Darren, would you give us a 2d6 roll, please?
Oh.
Let's head down to the main roll. A 6 and a 3. Okay.
Yep.
Actually, you go all the way down to the main floor first. And as you come out, Nina kind of spins around, with... Oh, that's frustrating. I can't... When I've got multiple things, I can't drag the map with a right click. So you head down into the main floor, and as you are looking, Nina kind of spins around a loaded crossbow, fortunately not going off. And she says, "What did you find?"
Not much, Nina. Nothing to concern yourself over. Anything to report?
Nothing, no different than normal. The skies. The skies are filled with those terrible bats.
I feel we'll close this block and seal it up some if we can.
So, it's either a might or dexterity check. The might one's a little harder than the dexterity. Might is target number 5. Dexterity will be target number 4.
Can we help?
Yeah, with either of those, might is a little easier to help with.
I've got better might anyway, so probably. Sure.
So Claudio, why don't you give us a might check with 3 extra dice? We'll let 3 extra people kind of throw their weight into just pushing this fucking thing closed. Target number 5. Nice. That's all you need.
Successes.
Yeah. So you're able to force this mechanism back, and that grandfather clock latches, and the ribs clasp it once again.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then, heading upstairs. You think you hear something as well in the clock. Like something either popped or clicked in there. Seems like it wasn't designed to work that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can give us a crafting check if you like, Baragor, against target number 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'll be 2 with my focus.
Okay. Pretty sure you just broke it. So it is unlikely to be announcing the hours that will just be coming upon you.
I think we might have broken the clock.
Well, I can't say as I'm too sad about that.
So, with that, you head up to the first floor and then make your way to the... Are you taking everyone with you as well? Or are you leaving anyone down here?
Should we take everybody up to the first floor landing so they're not on the ground floor?
Yeah, not too far apart, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone is up to the first floor landing. And then who is heading up to the attic?
Any volunteers?
Yeah, I'll go up.
Okay.
Happy to go.
You want to go? I'll stay here for now and marshal these folks and stay by this void here.
Okay.
If anything comes popping out, I'll be on it. And then likewise, if you see anything untoward or need any assistance, I'll be right at the bottom of these stairs and I shall be with you straight away.
All right.
I will ensure that your deaths are avenged.
That's okay.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah. That's good to know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So You begin making your way up into the attic. It is only a single straight set of stairs, and Baragor and Elorel. Who is going first, by the by?
I'll go first.
Okay. So you're making your way up, and as you are about 3/4 of the way up the stairs, you can first hear Baragor. Something is rolling across the floor. And what rolls up and stops at the top of the stairs is a ball. A round wooden ball. You can tell because of the flecked paint on the outside of this thing. And it stops right in the center of the stairs. And then it kind of slowly rolls forward until it teeters off the edge. And then pack, 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 cack, cack.
I'll instinctively put my shield up so it bounces off my shield.
Bounces off the shield and then tack, 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 and begins falling down the rest of the stairs. Claudio, you can hear this, hits the ground and begins rolling over. You guys can each give us a determination check. So only Baragor and Elorel. Claudio is not going to be scared of this stuff, but this target number will be a 3. Their increasing shenanigans are growing less fearful.
It is soul that it's measured against, isn't it?
For fear, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You both spare a look at one another and then head up. So let's bring you up into the cursed attic. I mean, the not cursed attic. Right down here. Here we go. Oh, man. Again, I did it. Cheapers.
The skill list is quite interesting. It's not too unwieldy.
No,
Not
it's
too
something I
bad.
like about both this and Wrath and Glory. Like, they've got a manageable skill list, and each one has a purpose and a clear, use in the game.
Yeah.
This is how fucking conditioned response I am. You mentioned skill list. I immediately started pulling out the GM screen instead of the description for the room. So I am a simple creature.
Have loves dogs. Mm-hmm. Skill list.
Skills. Oh,
Okay. Skill list.
Oddly enough, I'm also salivating. The attic itself will be counting as difficult terrain and will have the partial cover trait because it is so packed with crap. As you make your way up into here, the first thing you notice, Baragor, and kind of, and then collect yourself, there is a suit of heavy armor with a shield and a spear that stands in the corner, just peeking out of the darkness. The heavy armor can, of course, be repurposed for you guys, as can the spear, as can the shield. It can be adjusted to any member with a suitable crafting check, but it would take an hour to resize the armor. If you choose to investigate this place, you can give us a crafting check against a difficulty of 5. And with Elorel assisting, that would be 1 extra dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Got your 5 and 1 extra dice. Okay.
Oh.
Is your focus?
No.
Carry the
No.
day? No. Oh.
Too much
Could
rubbish.
spend a hero point and re-roll that.
That seemed quite important. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
Difficulty 5. Plus.
Oh!
That gets me 1.
It does hit you one with a
1.
focus?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So then, looking around, what you can tell, Baragor, is, for one, this place is obviously too small. And you can tell, now that you've discovered the shrine, you can tell that it is... They've created a false barrier in here, which might explain why things are so cramped on this side. What you can also find from your careful searches in here is a diary from someone named Lilia Gaunt. And it seems Perilous told you that Ms. Gaunt was the daughter, but it seems that Lord Sandor, his journal suggests it's his sister-in-law. So you have her journal, it seems.
I think I'd pass that back as I continue to sort of search. To give you a few minutes to have a little look through it.
And apart from... You find another of those disgusting things that attacked Perilous when he was making his way through the things, whether it's a dog or a cat or who knows. This one seems to have been torn apart by its fellows because its bits are strewn, but it's still twitching in undeath.
Yeah, I'll just stick my battle axe on top of it and squish it.
Yeah, that deals with that. It takes you a good chunk of time to be fully searching through here, and apart from that heavy armor and the shield and the spear and the journal, there is nothing else of substance to be found in here. Now, Claudio, as this search is ongoing, is there anything you are doing?
Yeah, I've had a look at that drawing and committed it largely to memory and recall that this is the area of the other void, and I'm beginning to tap on the wall and look about.
Yeah, by tapping on the wall and sort of other points, you can hear the sound of what you no doubt is the stairwell that took you up to the Master's Shrine.
I see. Yes. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Having anything else we should do? There's probably about a half hour that takes for Elorel and Barricor to do a comprehensive search of that area up there. And Elorel, do you do anything with the journal when it's passed to you?
I mean, I will take a quick look through it. I'll brave it, just to see if there's anything that stands out, anything that helps us in the short term.
So just flipping through it takes you about 10 minutes to do so. It is right in front of me. So here are the details that seem to stand out. Lilia, or Miss Gaunt, has been watching Alexei closely. She swears she witnessed him return one night covered in blood but seemingly unwounded, though her sister claims that she must have imagined it or dreamed it. Lilia recounts chancing upon the mansion's seneschal, Perilous Short, in the middle of the night. He was in the main hall, crouched over what appeared to be a dead and bloodied corpse. As she watched in horror, he lavishly suckled clotted blood from his fingers. She fled in terror, but her sister refuses to believe her, claiming that she must have been sleepwalking and having disturbed dreams. Lilia writes about how the mansion chef has gone missing, and she is convinced that Lord Alexei, or Perilous, is behind it, but she has bitterly kept her thoughts to herself since nobody will listen to her. Lilia's writing, near the end, becomes increasingly erratic and unhinged in later entries, as she talks at great, rambling length about her sister's dreams, as if they were prophecies from Nagash himself. she believes that something is about to change Shyish forever. And then finally, Lilia has been taking inventory of where Alexei keeps his weapons, noting that the blunderbusses in the library, and noting the stockpile of ammunition that he keeps locked up in his study. Apart from that, there's nothing else of significance to glean from it.
Okay.
Claudio, apart from testing the walls, are you just waiting and keeping watch on this landing while you're waiting for your fellows to conclude in the attic?
No, because he was not part of the initial party that wandered through or scouted. Wandered is a bit trivialising the Wayfinder's masterful scouting skills.
So when you're staggering around with your thumb up your ass, did you find anything of fucking use? Or?
I'm going to head over to the chamber in the... I'm not sure about... Well, what would typically be the northeast corner.
Okay, the chamber? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So you could probably get like 3 of these rooms thoroughly searched in the time. I can tell you the chamber reveals nothing of significance.
Okay. And Claudio's also thinking about when he leaves this place, he might well be thinking to put it to the torch. So he's also looking about the... some of his options for doing that effectively later on.
Yep. The chamber would have lots of linen in it for sure.
Okay.
Where would you like to check next?
I'll go down to the bathroom.
Okay.
And then head on through the bathroom, out in one side of the bathroom and out into the boudoir from the bathroom. And that will,
so your final search in the boudoir will conclude. Would you give us a 2d6 roll while you're in the boudoir, please?
Okay. A 3 and a 2.
3 and a 2. As you enter the boudoir, you can see those shutters are up on the windows once again, but you can hear the roll of thunder as if a peal commenced just above the building, shaking the walls themselves and rattling those newly installed shutters. So the bathroom revealed nothing of interest. The boudoir, would you give us a awareness check, please, against target number 5, and because you've got 2 extra pairs of eyes with you, you can add 2 dice to that. Nice. You find in the Davenport that is set up in here, you find a healing poultice. What a healing poultice will do is it takes 10 minutes to apply, but it heals 1 wound automatically.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, there's 2. There's 2 healing poultices in there.
Oh, okay.
You also find there is a glass cabinet that contains a great quantity of gin and other spirits. This could very easily be repurposed into an action handshake.
Okay.
And you got an extra success on there, so as you were going around, there's something curious, and you can see that there is another... There looks like there is a book that was hastily stuffed into the bookshelf there, just the way the dust is disturbed. And by pulling it out, you can see that there are the initials I and S on the front.
All right. Carefully slide it out and take a closer look.
Okay. At that, we'll just cut back to Baragor and Elorel. So you guys, Baragor, you're confident you've searched everything up here. Anything you wish to do? And to let you know too. I'm just going to see if a spear has any special qualities
I
to
mean,
it.
it's a bit obvious, but I will sort of do the thing where I go up to the armor and take a look, make sure there's nothing inside it.
There's definitely nothing inside it, but it is a reasonable thing. So the spear is 1+S, so very much like your swords are, but it can be. It's got a short thrown range, so it's ideal for using as a thrown weapon in the same zone.
Yeah, I think I would definitely swap my temporary shield for this shield, because it just feels like it's better made for the job, obviously.
Definitely.
And yeah, I think I would pick up the spear.
So right now, I believe you guys are wearing medium armor, which gives you 2 armor protection. This heavy armor, if you took an hour to rework it, gives you an armor of 3.
Yeah, I just don't think the times.
No.
I just don't think it's
Okay.
a thing that we can take that time.
You still have, as far. Oh, that's right. The clock is broken. Oh boy. Anyone have a Casio on them? No. All right. So then, wood. With Baragor coming down with a new shield, is anyone taking that spear with them?
Yeah, I think I'd have took it. Yeah.
Okay. So your axe is in the loop on your belt, and you're bringing the shield or the spear down. You guys come down, and you can see that Claudio is at this point coming out of the boudoir with Fiend and Ashran, and he has a book that you have yet to see in his hands. And Claudio, you would see that Elorel has a book in his hands that you have yet to see.
All right, well, head over to them, brandishing the book.
Here you go, books
waving
all
it.
round. Books all round.
Yes. Nice shield, Baragor.
Seemed a waste to not use it. There's a suit of armor up there, but it will take too long to fit.
I'll maybe investigate. What sort of size?
It's something that could, if you ask Baragor about it, it's definitely something that could be. He could easily resize it for you, for him, for anyone who wishes to wear it. It will take an hour of work to get all that task done.
I'll just send Fiend up there
To collect it?
Yeah, just go and let that thing.
Yep. So Fiend has that collected.
He's always fancied some better armor and more befitting of his station.
Mm-hmm. So, as that happens, Elorel and Baragor, I'm assuming Elorel was sort of like, film style, like narrating out what he's finding in the journal as Baragor was searching. But Claudio is not aware of whatever you found in Miss Gaunt's journal.
Yeah. So I'll run through it. Basically, she's been watching Alexei recently.
A grim business.
Yeah. Sister's dreams, erratic.
We didn't find any blunderbuss in the library, but
we didn't search it really.
No.
The journal said that the blunderbuss was in the library, which you haven't searched, and the ammunition was in the Lord's study.
Oh,
we could search the Lord's study. Could get Ashwin on that straight away.
Yeah.
Okay. They agree.
Ashwin can do that straight away. Yeah. We've got this other book, LRL.
What's yours got in it?
I haven't had a look at it yet.
If you flip it open, it appears to be the journal of Lady Iwona Sandor, Lord Alexei's wife.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Flipping through it as Ashran searches the Lord's study, reveals that Lady Iwona had hoped that the mansion's renovations would be done soon, as she hasn't been able to host any proper dinners or seances since the renovation of the dining room began. Truly, She was very poorly put upon. She's had little to say in the mansion's renovations. Alexei keeps making promises to her and then changing his mind later. She is most interested in completing the nursery as soon as possible. She knows that Alexei has been summoned to the Ebon Citadel numerous times recently, and often in the dead of night. Coupled with him working irregular hours, he hasn't shared a bed with her for months. She worries that her sister Lilia, worries for her sister Lilia, as she seems to have been having very disturbing dreams of late, and nightmares that she claims are real. She also records that in her daily prayers and rituals to Nagash, the god of death, she senses something terrible on the horizon, and she feels the disturbances in the Shaishan earth. This is mere days before the necroquake struck. The final entry shows concern for her sister Lilia, who went missing the previous day without saying anything to Iwona. The lady awoke that day having dreamt something terrible had happened to her. She's sure that her sister hides her diary somewhere in the mansion's attic, but she has been unable to find it. That is the final entry for Lady Iwona. As Ashrin is completing their search of the Lord's study, would you give us let's see here, anyone give us a 3d6, hold on, let me see if they're trained in Dex here. They're not. A 3d6 roll, please. Target number is a 6.
Who's that, sorry?
Ashrin. Anybody can make this roll for them.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it. Says what, sorry? 3d6.
Oh, hold on, actually, I think their awareness actually might be better here.
Okay.
Yeah, give us a 4d6 roll, please. Difficulty 5.
5. Okay. Oh.
So what they
Quite.
say is, as they come out, they say that they've been unable to open the Lord's desk, but from the sounds of things, there might be something in one of the drawers. And before they break it, they wanted to ask whether you want them to, or whether you want to give it a go to try and either open them up or open up the thing, or try and find some way in.
It's locked, you said. Is it a locked drawer?
There's a locked drawer, and there's definitely something in there. Something that sounds heavy.
We'll have to do it. Anyone good at this? Are there any? We haven't found the keys, so we're just gonna have to try and. I'm not
open it with the X.
Yeah.
Okay, that is definitely an option as well.
Just sort of like pop it. If you can pop it.
Yeah, I'll get the blade in and just try and force it open.
Give us a might check, please, against a difficulty of 4.
Okay.
Can you squeeze 3 out of that?
Nope.
Okay. Well, 2 is all you need, because it only has a toughness of 2. If you break it, and it's well and truly broken, what you find inside is 4 things of interest. 1 is a naval-style sword. The second is a plentiful amount of blunderbuss shot. And the final 2 things are nearly identical blunderbusses. One engraved with the initials AS, and the other with the initials IS. Blunderbuss is...
His and her blunderbusses.
Yeah. It is loud. It has a range of medium. So ideal range is 1 zone over. It has spread, which we haven't seen yet. Spread can hit multiple targets When you attack a creature using a spread weapon, any creature within close range of the target takes half damage. If a creature in the area effect has a higher defense than the target of the attack, they can make a reflexes test to try and avoid taking damage by ducking behind them. It is two-handed, and it has a damage of 2+S to use ballistic skill for it. So there are 2 of those in here as well. It also has the load option, so it's just like the crossbow, where you got to take an action to reload it.
I think I'll drop the crossbow and take one of them.
Okay.
I think I might take one, just for a laugh.
Yeah. Well, it's a good variety between the spear, the blunderbuss, and your bows. You guys have a variety of different ranged weapons.
Yeah, I mean, if Claudio wants it, I'll keep the spear.
No, it's not really his style.
So it was range what? Short, did you say?
Medium. The spear is
Medium.
short range. The blunderbuss is medium range. It also has the spread
Of course it
quality.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That would have been devastatingly effective against those. What do you call? Yeah, the mobs.
Yeah.
All right, and with that, that is when I think, as you guys are kind of getting yourselves ready, you hear the first. The sound of kind of. The sound of glass shifting. And
What sort of...
what you can see, that unfortunately there's panes over all the windows up here, but Nina calls from downstairs, something is happening.
Yeah.
Would you like to join her in the main hall?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pick up the dropped crossbow in my hand.
Okay.
We'll leave the armor on the landing,
Okay.
but potentially have a look at that later on,
Okay.
and head down to where.
So as you head down, what you can see is that across, she has the windows, the curtains pulled, and the windows looking out the main entrance. And looking out across Mournhold's twilight sky, you can see rising amethyst light. It's intensified since you last saw it, growing up over the city's rooftop like its own hish rise. Staring at it for too long hurts your head, but you notice something else has changed. The window's glass has begun to freeze over with spirals of frost crawling across the pane. The very same chill ripples along the back of your neck. The glass before you cools so fast it cracks, and you can sense a great presence hovering behind you. And when you all turn, you can see at the top of the stairs, their faces distorted by death and agony, but drifting above you. Do I have it? Oh, I do, guys. I've got great news. I have a handout. Here we go. Their faces are translucent across them, so you're only able to, at a glance or for a brief moment, see their full visage. But you have now met the ladies of the house. And you can hear, because of rolling their great roll forward from this, Ashrin says in a terrified voice, "Banshees!" And look how big they are. Wait, there we go. Let me get one thing quickly set up here. There we go.
Blimey.
The faces you recognize from portraits you have seen. It appears you are meeting Miss Lilia and Lady Iwona. Their toughness is... Oops. Go. Nope. There we go. Giving them a little too much health there. Quit cheating, Madison. There we are. 2 of them at the top of the stairs. I'm going to grab a third. So I keep my resolution. Oh, I just did it again. I keep trying to trick myself here. I think I'm going to paste the token, and then I'm going to add a turn, and then what I inevitably do is click it and put add a turn. I don't want myself to make this. Ooh, and they are quick. Look at that, guys. All right. But not as quick as your elven companion from outside of Mournhold. Elorel, you were up first. The landing is a separate zone, so technically they are at medium range.
Blunderbuss time!
Yes, go right ahead.
It's time to spend points as well if necessary, but let me just make a roll.
Yep.
Target number?
Oh, yeah, so actually that's a good point. Remember, you can... one of the uses for hero points is to achieve maximum successes if you got a 6 on each roll. You have to decide that beforehand.
I'll do that.
Okay. What is the most number of 6s you can get? What's your dice pool size for ballistic?
I've got no bonuses, so I think my pool is 4.
It's 4, okay. That's plus 2. So that's 6 points of damage. This thing is only partially corporeal, so it takes half damage from that.
All right.
But it has no armor. So look at this. Which is it you hit? Lady Iwona or Miss Gaunt?
Can I spread?
Yes, because they have to be close. Close is that they are engaged in the same thing, not necessarily in the same zone, but yeah.
All right. I'll pick the...
You know what? I think those sisters would probably appear like holding hands kind of thing, so sure.
I'll spread them.
Yeah. So the spread... and how did that work again?
They took half damage, didn't they?
Yeah, they take half damage.
But they get a reflex save.
But there was a contingent thing on it. They needed to have...
Wasn't it a reflex save?
If they have a higher defense than the target
that's it.
of the attack, so they have equal, so they can't do that. It takes half damage again, so that means it would be 3. So one of them will take 1 point of damage, but the other one does take 3. So, without sparing a moment, hold on. Is there? Oh, they don't cause fear until they howl. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so Elorel, what does it look like as you train this blunderbuss up at them and blaze away at the dead ladies of the house?
There is an explosion of shrapnel and pieces that just flow up. In fact, you can see it flowing up to them, and it just shreds them, and they sort of dissipate and try to move out of the way as it scatters, and it smashes into the upper balcony.
That is incredible. All right, next.
Foisted by her own petard.
You blundered into that one.
Okay.
No!
Oh boy. All right, so then the first thing, Lady Iwona will come flying down the stairs at Elorel.
Oh, nice.
Your defense is average, I think?
Probably.
I think, let's see here. Anne is hoping for you guys.
Yeah, my defense is indeed average. Everything is average.
Okay. So then average, and their melee is average as well. So it's against a target number of 4. Oh, Anne is so sad for this. I know, sweetie. I know.
Quite right, too.
This ignores armor, And that is, so you take 2 points of damage as it's her chill dagger stabs into you, passing harmlessly through your armor. And then the other Miss Gaunt, just on the way I place them, is going to twist her way down towards Fiend, spiraling down. Fiend has an average defense, I think. Yep. And that would be same thing then. Fiend takes 2 points of damage as this thing passes into her as well. Then it is Baragor's turn. What are you doing, Baragor?
Yeah, I see this crazy creature attacking. I think I'll go over and help.
Okay.
Elorel. Yeah, I should just swing at it with my axe, not knowing any better.
Go right ahead. It has a poor defense, which means you're rolling into target number of 2.
Oh. Yeah, right. That's good.
That is 3 successes plus the 1. We divide by 2.
I'll get a +1 for the focus.
Oh, nice. So it's 4. So yeah,
Yeah.
that is sufficient with a phase. While this thing is digging its way into Elderwell, you run over and dissipate this thing. Then it is... You still would have a move, actually, technically. It's a free action to engage within your zone.
Yeah, I'll just move over towards the other one just to sort of give moral support, if nothing else.
To Fiend, yep. Okay, Ashrin. Anything you wish them to do, or are they going to support Baragor for next turn?
I think we agreed that we'd do support roles.
Okay. And Fiend is going to supporting you, Claudio. What are you doing, Captain?
I rush forward and slash into it.
So you get +1 dice for your attack. Your melee is good, I think.
My
melee is
average.
Okay.
Average.
So then that will be a target number of 3 for your attack.
Nice. Right.
So
You get an extra die.
target number 3.
Yep. And 1 extra dice.
Set dice.
Nice. So that is 3 points of damage, rounding down to 1 because of its incorporeal nature. All right. And you're certain this should have been a much more serious blow you struck, Claudio, but Miss Gaunt appears to be living up to her namesake. Ellerbell, what are you doing?
So can I don't know. What can I do? Can I what I'd like to do is try and sort of, if I can disengage, or if I'm totally engaged, I'm going to just have to go for the knife and try.
Baragor dispatched the thing that you were fighting and then ran over. So you're in the same zone as what Miss Gaunt is, but you're not close to her.
No, so I had a blunderbuss in my hand, which I now drop because it's empty.
Yep.
I'll try and get out the bow. I will try and get one of my special arrows out as well. That's what I'll be doing.
Okay. So then I think you will be able to attack, but it's 2 zones. As long as 2 zones away, so it's 2 more difficult.
Can I move? Could I move back? Or...
Let me check and see if readying a weapon is free. It strikes me it probably is. In this,
good point. Don't know.
Drawing your weapon is a free action. Yeah. So drop your weapon, get your bow out. You could, like move back into the dining room.
Yeah, something like that. Just to give yourself a bit, just step back and then let rip.
Yeah. So it's average. I think your ballistic skill is average. So target number 4.
4.
And then hold on. Your arrow, doesn't it give you an advantage on the attack? The oaken arrow? I don't know if I put that on your sheet because I'm a fucking dummy.
I don't know.
But hold on, let me quickly. Because I know where it is. They helpfully bundled everything. You know, this is Cubicle 7 in general.
Open arrows here.
Cubicle 7, I find, does a really good job of organizing their rule books. So long as you read the last paragraph, or last sentence in a paragraph. I have run afoul of that in the past. Okay, here we go. There's another fun, because I read the word. Another fun the British pronunciation of catacombs, I think, is really funny too. Don't you mean catacombs?
Oh yeah, catacombs. Catacombs.
But what's funny about that?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
I didn't think it was funny at all. I don't know what he's all
Let's
about.
take a vote here. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Talents. Where is it? Curse City equipment. Thank you very much. There we go. Oaken arrows have the magical and penetrating. Magical, which means you'll do flat damage, not halving against this. And it has penetrating, reducing armor by 1, and it increases your accuracy by 1.
Right.
So then it'll be a difficulty of 3 against this, and your damage will be flat.
Right. Difficulty of 3. No bonus, though.
No bonus? Oh, and I'll move you into the...
They're awesome, those arrows. They're just the best arrows ever.
Yeah.
They just are.
Yeah. So, the trouble is, you've got, what, you had 5 to start, I think? Or
I think I've got 2 left.
2 left, yeah. So you line this up, and as it flies through, I'm just going to double check. I don't think firing into melee means anything.
I have 4 successes.
Yeah, so you're good. I'm just curious as to whether
5 of those arrows is just not bad at all, though.
Yeah,
I mean that's no joke. That's no joke.
And
that was 4 and 3 5s.
Lady Gaunt is sent back to her eternal rest.
Wow.
Yet another hour has passed, guys, and with the 2 banshees dispatched, that leaves you with 3 hours until dawn, but leaves us out of time. So, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for the second part of the Call of the Cursed City. Our heroes still have 2 more hours until they can make the final run to the Banshee Gate. Will they be doomed when the master of Xandor Mansion returns? Will they give up and try and find allies within the ranks of the hungry undead and the thirsting court? We'll have to find out at another time. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the game, or this adventure, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where we have channels there dedicated to all Warhammer role-playing games that we run on the channel. The only one we haven't got to the table yet has been Imperium Maledictum, but I think that's going to be in the cards for 2024. So if you have any questions about that, go ahead and ask over there. We also have channels dedicated to most other games we run on the channel, including some of the other Warhammer role-playing games that we run, including Warhammer Fantasy 4E and Rathan or Rogue Trader, which we have, both of which we have ongoing campaigns that we're playing. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have a great selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. If they do not have something in stock that you are looking for, but they have it listed in the catalog, you will be able to put it on a want list, and they'll send you an email when it comes in. Alternatively, but if you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code FALLMUSER, all caps, all one word, and you will save yourself 10% on your purchase. That'll change as of tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day that discount code is valid, but if you check back at or if you are watching a more recent, let me phrase that, if you are watching this at a later date, my brain's going to be absolute mush for our travel recession. So, if you are watching this at a later date, be sure to check on one of the more recent videos, and we'll have the discount code listed there. There's also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages, which is the charity fundraising we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, really incredible organization, active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children, including ongoing relief efforts in a bunch of different places that you can learn all about by following that link. All donations through that link go directly to them. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman. And if you want to see the ways that we will be thanking our generous donors over the course of 2024, head on over to the Charity Initiatives channel on the Dungeon Musings Discord server. Again, a link to that is also in the description of the video. The last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our stalwart, grim and perilous heroes. So Graham, Colin, and Darren, thank you so much for joining me back in the final days of Mournhold. This has been a lot of fucking fun running this game. The setting is very moody. The game is very light on its feet. You know, the last two fights, I think you guys were able to dispatch things quite handily, but if they had got a chance to act, would have been quite dangerous. So I like that it weighs in favor. One of the reasons that Ellerbell was able to act before those things was because of a talent he took. So it's cool the way that, like, a specific character feature that you selected is the reason that, you know, made the difference. Also good use of that blunderbuss, but yeah.
And the hero point, the hero point.
Oh, and the hero point, yes, that's
nicely done.
Absolutely, yeah. Timely use of a hero point for that one too, yeah. Yeah, so anyway, we will be back. We'll see. We'll talk about whether we're going to return and conclude the adventure for this. We had initially started this as a one-shot, but I had said that I was interested more in seeing how the game played at the pace that we typically like to play things. And Soulbound is, I admit, listed as one of the games that impressed me the most in 2023 after that one session. It remains a really interesting game.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I think it's just came out of left field for me as well. You just sort of go, plans have changed. I'm running this, and I thought, oh well, I'll give it a go, and I'm glad I got involved with this one for sure. Yeah.
Well, I'm pleased that you liked it enough to be talking to your brother about it, because I got the message from Darren like, "Hey, you got an extra character?" So that's my Darren imitation, if you're curious.
Yeah. It's very similar to the Spike Pit ones.
Yes,
uncanny, and also similar to Dick Van Dyke's version of English.
It's because, again, I am a simple creature. So, but anyway, we will be back, I'm sure, at some point, if not with this, with one of the other many games that we have on the channel. But until next time, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes are trying to hold off in the final days of this cursed city. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.
All right, Governor.